It's the thing about the internet. I've been saying it for years. The internet gives a platform to people to talk to other people that would not otherwise talk to them. Because I got this weird ass dude, and it's an obsession. After a year, 2 years, 3 years, if you're still doing the same thing, that is an obsession. I would literally forget who you are if you didn't go out of your way to be seen by me, to talk to me. Talking about this weird ass dude, I forget his name, but he periodically tags me on Twitter to try to defend the PBC. He's talking about he was blubbering about the top rank situation. And I've been saying, like, if you're in the know and you're in the loop, you know that it's a fluid situation. ESPN might stay in boxing. They might stay, Top Rank might stay there, but it might not. It's a fluid situation. It's far too soon to tell. There's a chance that they could stay on that platform. But because this guy is so obsessed with defending the PBC, an inferior product that's been kicked off of every single platform that it's ever been on, double, Top Rank, Top Rank left HBO, but they went to ESPN and they've been there for the better portion of a decade. Whereas in that decade, PBC lost Fox, PBC lost Showtime. PBC is about to lose Amazon. They're about to lose that. I don't even know what the guy's gloating about. Like, that they're about to lose that, right? But, people are weird. And it's not so much the same old PBC rhetoric. It's that, dog, you've been doing this for what, 2-3 years? What the fuck is wrong with you? Something is wrong with you, clearly. Like, something must be, Carlos, what it do? Team Batman in the building. Real talk, LDBC's most wanted country. You already know Luisito que lo que, manin. Omar. You already know Luisito G. El Lerone. Hey. Big Swole. Ow. Yo, Big Swole, man. My tendons hurt, man. My tendon hurt right here. And my tendon hurt right here, bro. Shit. I've been going too hard, man. Just because I can lift it doesn't mean I should. Just because I can, it does not mean that I should. Shit. I put some ice on that joint. It feel good now. You feel me? Like, it's not really, I don't feel nothing right now. I don't feel nothing. This one is healing faster than this one, I gather, because I don't really feel nothing here. But right here, I feel that motherfucker, That motherfucker hurt. Stop beating off, bro. Yeah, you right. I gotta lay off that shit. Yeah, I'm getting old, bro. It is what it is, Oh shit, it looks like you have a regular. Yo, fuck you, Ray. Fuck you, Ray. The shirts is the same size they was. I'm just getting a little bigger. That's all. Just getting a little bigger, day by day. The relay, bro. Oh shit. Yo, we might have to hook that up, bro. We might have to do that. Icy to dull the pain, hot to relax it away. And I'm literally about to go to Walmart tomorrow to get the patches. Get the patch for my shit. What I don't like about having sore tendons is it takes a long time for them to heal in a very general sense. If they're swollen or if there's a slight tear, that shit takes forever to heal. And even worse, that you really can't do nothing with it until it heals. Because if you keep doing shit like, oh, fuck it, I'll just work through the pain, well, you're probably going to make it worse, because tendons are not necessarily the same as muscles. They connect your muscles to your bones. And when them shits hurt, man, I called my doctor, Sulem, asked Sulem what I should do. She told my ass, your old ass need to be taking zinc, collagen, and magnesium for elasticity. And you should probably use a sauna. Shout out to my Dr. Sulim. LDBC said, De lo mío. Where would Zordo be in your top 10 pound for pound if he beats Opaya, 2 division champ, 4-time world champion? Let me see where I got him right now. Because he's already there. And for those that don't know, I already have Zordo on the list. Let me see where I got him right now. So I got Zordo. Zordo is at 7. Zordo is at 7 right now. And if he were to beat Opaya and become a unified, unify another title, I would move him past Teofimo, because Teofimo's at number 6 right now on my list. He's at number 6, so I would move him past Teofimo. It's been a long time since Teofimo did anything that we should really, he beat Arnold Barboza. That's a credible win. I won't even take that away from him. But compare that to Zordo fighting champion after champion after champion, that he fought Arsene Goulamarian, then he fought CBS right after that. He just had the Dorticos fight. If he were to fight Opaya theoretically next and beat him, his run of recent fights would be more impressive than Teofimo's recent run of fights. Because what is it? Barboza, Claggett, Martin, Ortiz, So that would be enough. That would be enough to move him up. Ring IQ Boxing Talk brought to you by Ben Gay. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some of that shit. Shout out to Real G. Will Turkey have Haney versus Norman? I hope so in an 18-by-18. I hope so. Shit. Pork Chop said, I got to give Devin credit. Great fight in November. I mean, I'm mitigating. We're going to talk about that tonight, by the way. We're going to talk about that tonight. But I'm mitigating how much credit I give Devin, because in the situation that he's in, he doesn't have much of a choice anyway. It was either this or nothing. What was he going to do if he didn't take on this fight? Remember that he's a free agent, so nobody has to make fights for him. Matchroom don't got to do nothing with him. Nobody got to do nothing with him. For you to fuck with Turkey, however, yeah, Turkey wants you to fight somebody that's real. For you to get that Turkey bag, you gotta fight somebody that's for real. Real shit, yo. But yeah, this Top Rank situation, because it's so nebulous after all these weeks, and it's a fluid situation. Like, I got great intel on what's going on behind the scenes, but you don't see me jumping to conclusions. I don't know that ESPN is going to leave boxing based on what I'm being told. I don't know that they are, and I don't even know that Top Rank is going to leave them. I don't know that because the situation is fluid. And yet you have a lot of PBC stands. They think that, like, they doing a victory lap now when, okay, after 8 years, Top Rank might, we don't even know yet, they might leave ESPN. But in that 8 years, your motherfuckers lost Fox, lost Showtime. They about to lose Amazon. Like, they about to lose that. So what the fuck are you even gloating about, you fucking moron? Are you gloating that the PBC charges you $80 to see shit like Fundora versus Zoo? Are you gloating about that? Are you gloating that they charge you $80 for Barrios versus Pacquiao? You gloating about that? You got to be a stupid motherfucker to be gloating about some shit like that. You got to be all kinds of, you got to be a special kind of fucking stupid. Unless you don't actually pay for any of that shit, and that's the only reason you comparing apples to oranges. That the reason you keep comparing a promoter that doesn't charge you a lot of money for a fight, they don't even do pay-per-views like that, to a promoter that almost exclusively does pay-per-views, is because you don't fucking buy them. If you did, you'd know you're comparing apples to oranges, you fucking moron. Shout out to Will. Does Brian Norman Jr. get credit if he KOs Devin? He most certainly does. He'll get credit from me. Oh shit, somebody made a whole Real Talk account. He said, Real Talk act like I owe his mother child support. Dude is so sensitive. I'm convinced Ralph Unreal and Real Talk got an online relationship. Real Talk loses his mind if you talk about his baby. I don't know what the fuck going on there, dog. I don't know what that shit was about. But apparently somebody, it's another motherfucker that's beefing with Alex. So somebody beefing with Real Talk, somebody beefing with Alex. I don't motherfucking know, man. I don't motherfucking know. I just gotta fucking let these fucking tendons heal so I can lift all my heavy shit. I hate that shit, man, because then you gotta take it easy. You can't really go hard, and you want to, like, yeah, you want to progress. You gotta go hard. But when your fucking tendons is sore, you really can't. Fucking shit, man.
It's when you're really fucking old, is what it is.
Nah, that shit happened. That shit happened to me in my 20s too. It's just that at the end of the day, the tendons can only take so much. The muscles can endure.
Oh, you push yourself too much.
I mean, like, literally, that's what it is. That's why I said that sometimes I'm in the gym and I'll know that, look, I should probably wait a few weeks before I try to move this to this next.
You gotta beat your shit, bro.
Pause. I'll be knowing that, you know what, I don't need to do that now, but I feel that I can do it, and then I'll fucking do it, and it's like, yay, 4 plates, whatever, and then tear my shit up.
You revert all the way back to 0.
I'm gonna leave this guy in the chat too, because what the fuck
that dude is mad at you. Who is that guy, dog?
That's Croaky, bro, or Koki.
That's Koki. He got mad because Real Talk timed him out when him and Ralph Unreal were talking shit to each other. And Real timed him out, and he got pissed off because of that.
Yeah, they don't fucking count.
Real, time him out again, bro. You ain't got that wrench for no reason, motherfucker. You do what you need to do, motherfucker.
I did. I immediately banned him. He didn't even say shit bad. I just banned his ass to fuck with him.
You fuck him, bro.
I knew he would get mad. That's what I was like.
Fuck him, bro.
This ain't no democracy.
I have
full democracy, bro. Like, I don't know why people think Ring IQ is a democracy. It's a republic.
It's a dictatorship, goddamn.
But most of the time, it's a dictatorship.
He's like, it's a dictatorship republic.
It's a benevolent.
I've been ready, bro. I got full fucking permission to abuse my authority.
Imagine being so fucking gay that you change your fucking name just to be like,
Bro, that's a lot, dog. Bro. Let me go make a whole account.
I'm not even gonna time that out, bro. What do you look
time
like?
that shit out, bro. Yo, he's the only one in the chat, dog. You got like 5 comments back to back, bro. That dude's mad at you.
You're lying, bro.
I'm looking at this shit. That dude got like 5 comments back to back. What he said, Real Talk not even supposed to be online. His probation officer checks his phone every week. Dude is oh my god.
Bro, I already been told that nigga. I ain't even met my PO yet, bro.
Motherfucker, see on not all right. I ain't reading all that shit, dog. I ain't here to read shit. The fuck is this, a French movie? All this fucking reading, bro.
Who's Ralph?
I'm good, bro.
Who's Ralph?
Ralph Unreal? You never seen Ralph Unreal? He be on
the panel. He be on the panel.
Nah, he don't be on the panel, but he be on the chat and he comments on a lot of the videos. Ralph Unreal.
Yeah,
he's been here for a minute.
Yeah, he's a regular, man.
Arguing. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, but that fucking tendon, that shit make me mad, dog. Because it don't even be. Bro. It don't even be. Are you progressing on the schedule that you need to progress? I'm ahead of schedule, but my fucking tendon, bro. Like, fuck.
Damn, my boy on that. Your tendon,
you gotta slow your roll, partner.
It takes months. It could take months.
That shit happened to me the other day, man, because I was I had about 48 bait stations, and the shit had cement blocks on the bottom. By the end of it, man, my fucking elbow was gone, dude.
Bro, I was like, I stopped doing the skull crushes. I had to stop because it wasn't a weight. This one is fine. This one was fine during that time. But this one, it felt like it was a knife going in my shit. I'm like, yeah, I can't keep doing this shit.
Oh, yeah. I get that when I go
So I switched off to these. And I don't feel nothing when I do these. I don't feel shit, right? Like, I don't feel nothing up there, nothing like that. Anything else, dips, any of that, I don't feel nothing. But these motherfuckers, like, yeah, them shit slice my shit up.
I be splitting hella wood, bro.
Hey, when it comes to those, bro, hey, Jules, you good? Push through the pain. You be all right.
Hey, that boy's on it. He's on his better beat stage.
Yeah. What you said, Michael?
I said do the cable pull downs. You know
those are the ones I do.
Yeah,
Those are the ones I
those
do.
are the shit.
If you really
love
want to
those.
intensify it, you can superset it and you turn around and put it over your head. It'll hit the long head for your tricep.
No, I do
Pause.
them. I do them
Pause.
I do them the standard way because my bread and butter, or at least the exercise that I feel is the most effective for the tricep anyway. It's not even that one. It's the dip. It's the dips. The dips. Dips hit it all the time.
That does a lot. That does a lot.
Solid. Make
Yeah,
it solid.
I just supplement it. I supplement it with the pull down. And what's the other one I do for triceps? What's the other one? That one. And there's a machine that mimics a skull crusher, except you're seated and you do it this way as opposed to lying on your back. I do that, and I don't feel any pain. It's only if I do this one, I feel that shit hurts like hell. And this one, like once again, this one was sore from Saturday, but it's healing up just fine. Like the pain is dying down day by day. But this motherfucker, oh my god! Like I had,
you get that creatine yet?
I still don't get that shit. Sulem told me to get that shit. She said, "Yo, take creatine." She said, "Take creatine."
It helps with recovery, and it'll help you if you're lifting.
Yeah, you don't take creatine?
No.
Oh, bro, creatine is like
you gotta calm the fuck down, country shit. I can't fucking hear real talk.
Fuck you, Jules.
No, creatine is like a corner block, bro. That shit is great.
The thing is that look, I took creatine before when I was young. And I took it and they knew a lot less about creatine
but look,
back
there's
then.
a lot of advancements since the 1950s.
That's what I was going. Yeah, it is. It's like now it makes your dick hard.
It's not the same
crazy,
thing,
bro.
They were saying crazy things about.
I had to go straight to dicks, bro. Like what the
shit? You take the shit. You take like 2 scoops. Your dick gets hard as fucking crazy.
Safest.
I got some badass creatine I keep in the truck. It's like a little micro fucking scoops, bro. You take 2 scoops and with some water, bro. It's just great, bro.
You know what? No. You know what? I'm literally. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Like because I don't like personally. I don't like supplements. I wouldn't be taking protein powder if I didn't know that. Look, at the end of the day, when you were on the protein powder, you were never sore. When you were off the protein powder, you were sore. You were getting bigger, but you were sore.
Hey, Jones, you know something else that works too is OsteoBiflex triple strength, man. That helps your joints for real.
Is that the one where you stick it in your ass?
No. I know
you just take it with water and swallow, bro. You're good.
You gotta take fish oil.
Jules, but you know,
hey, somebody
there's a lot of ass play tonight, country. There's a lot of ass play.
Hey, Jules,
a lot of ass play.
Bro. Jules got way too fucking excited about
Jules, we don't care tonight, bro. We don't care to run the show.
There's gonna be a lot of butt play tonight. There's gonna be a lot of butt play. Shout out to Joel. Time to get on the juice, old man. Nah, tendon injuries, like you know what the shit is? That's something that whether you like it or not, at some point, if you're lifting often, it's gonna happen. I look at it as almost being unavoidable. Like at some point, if you're consistent, if you're consistent with your lifts, you're not gonna be able to avoid. It's gonna happen. You know,
it's either gonna be your elbow or your right shoulder.
But I mean, if you got a sore
tendon, it's my left.
Just take it easy on it, and then it'll come back, and you'll be fine. You'll be right back.
Just take it. But Alex, let me say this. That I know which one. I know what caused this to hurt. It was this bullshit that I do this with a 70, with and I go like this. You know what I mean?
You gotta keep your elbows tucked to your ribs, dog.
No. I can't show you here. I normally do it like this, and I do it with good form, but. The other day, being a fucking ass, because it felt lighter, like, okay, this feels light as fuck. I don't want to be here all fucking day. I started busting them out too quick. I usually do them really fucking slow. I started busting them out real quick. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Felt that knife, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Nah. I'm not going to do those.
Hey, you know what's another thing at our age? You really, me too included, we really, really, really have to work out. Before the workout starts, get that warm up, bro, where you're actually sweating from head to toe.
I'll be real, bro. I'll be real. My whole life, I ain't gonna lie. For big lifts, I only do it for big lifts. I'll do a warm up. But for accessory lifts like delts, traps, spies, I don't do warm ups for those.
I've never not warmed up, man. Never, not once. Nope.
I think what really fucked me up is, look, you can handle that weight, but this is the one time where you wanted to breeze through it, and I did. Like, I did want to breeze through it. I did want to get through it, so I was lifting it up quick and I was lowering it down slow because, well, that's where most of the fucking magic is anyway. On the way down, like lifting it up, you're not really hitting this guy. It's when you're lowering it down real slow.
You shocked it. You probably got a little strain going. That's why I said it's taking you longer, but you'd be right back to where you were. I wouldn't sweat.
But I'm gonna just stay off of that one. Like I'm gonna still do the other one because this one I don't feel nothing when I do this for my forearm. I don't feel a fucking thing. I'll still do that one, but I'll just lay off the other one for the next 2 weeks. Joel said time to get on the juice, old man. Yeah, I gotta hit up Drew. He the juice man. Joel said, you think Farmer shot from the two Zepeda fights? Honestly, no. I think he got caught. He just got caught with a that was a really good shot.
Bro,
it was a good time shot. It was a good timing shot. It was.
It's unfair to say that was just one fight.
Yeah, like I think that if anybody would have got hit that way, they either would have went down or they would have been woozy. Like the way he got hit, because he got hit square in the face with that overhand.
Because there is such thing as getting caught cold.
Yeah, and he got caught, and you know the way that he got caught, you could see that okay, he got caught, he's woozy, not enough time to recover, too much time in the round.
Blitzed his ass.
Yeah, and I can't say that I think that he was shot because he got knocked out. It just looked like, nah, you really got caught. It's just at the same time, you got to weigh that against a dude that already got 4 losses back to back, 9 overall. It's like, might need to retire.
You kind of have to like you have to gauge that win. You know, you have to like say the whole story.
Yeah.
Has Devin Farm ever been hit like that though in his career?
He's been knocked out before, Virtuoso, but that was ages ago. That was a long time
when he was
ago.
starting. That was before he even became.
That was Pedraza, right? That was Pedraza that knocked him out years ago.
Yeah.
Not this violently.
Did y'all see that Devin Haney came out as a favorite versus a Norm?
I thought you were gonna say
that's not surprising.
That's you know what the shit is, bro. The line gonna open up that way, but I wouldn't be surprised if during fight week there's a surge for Brian. You see what I mean?
You gotta jump on that shit, right?
Yeah, I'm finna place my bet early.
Or a little 500.
No, but listen. I said it in a video I did though. This the shit. Brian can't make the mistake of looking for one punch. That'll fuck you up. You don't make the mistake of looking to do Devin with one punch. That's not how you beat him. You got to throw punches and bunches. You got to throw combinations. That's how you beat him. If you play that game where you looking for that home run punch, you're not going to find it. You're not. It's not going to be one.
So does Devin top out at 147?
Does Devin what?
Does Devin top out at 147?
Bro, he's too fucking weak for 154.
Right, those dudes will eat him up.
Fucking weak for 147.
Technically, yeah, like
right.
So what's y'all confidence level since we on this? Because this is a fight that is becoming more and more of a conversation. What is y'all confidence level that Brian anybody can? What is y'all confidence level that he will knock him out?
I'm at 90%.
It's like almost guaranteed, bro.
50-50.
Let me go to the most indecisive. That's some bitch shit, Ray. 50.
All right, whatever.
Bullshit. Let me go to the most indecisive member of the panel, Country.
I fucking knew it.
I give him like a 70% chance of knocking Devin out.
Oh, all right.
70's not bad. No, 70's not bad.
70's not bad. 70's not bad, Michael.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I want to say
big dick Dev, bro.
Michael's the most indecisive motherfucker.
Bro, I can't even.
When it comes to Devin, when it comes to Big Dick Devin,
Big Dick Devin, bro.
Fuck you, Michael.
Finish.
Big Dick.
I didn't get to finish.
Big Dick Dev Dollar, bro. Go ahead,
You
Dick.
think Big Dev can do it?
Big Dick.
Yeah, Michael be up there talking about Dev Dollar.
You're gonna pick a 7-inch Dick Dev.
Is it Big Dick Dev?
Is it Debo Dev?
Debo Dick Dev?
Is it Daddy?
Jump off the panel, bro.
Danny DeVito Dick? Danny DeVito Dick?
One of these days, Michael gonna find all our asses.
Michael has left the chat.
Oh, he just left after that?
Yo, I mean, where is he, bro?
What? Nah, I was waiting for y'all to finish.
Oh,
He's waiting.
Okay. Let me go to John. John, Brian Norman, Devin Haney. Real question, not what we want, but do you trust that Brian will knock him out?
80% chance. Yeah, I think he will.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. That's
80%.
Virtuoso.
Like you said, it just depends if he just goes looking for that one punch.
Yeah, if you looking for one to do it with, that's the mistake a lot of guys make. That you have the power to hurt him. So you put it all in one punch instead of no. You got to throw combinations. That's how you get him. You can't put it all in one because you may not land that one, but you might land the second one, or the third one, or the fourth one. Virtuoso, what's your confidence level?
I think he's got a good chance, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like the one punch. I mean, he's shown the ability to catch and shoot. So, with one punch, you can knock them down. Out, I'm not so sure, but he can win pretty decisively.
Okay, so everybody seems like they're leaning towards Brian. Alex, what are his chances?
I think there's 100% chance that the fight goes a distance. Devin gets knocked down 2, possibly 3, but guaranteed at least 2 times, thinking he's going to make the mistake. He's going to think that he can box with Norman Jr., and then he's going to feel the power, and he's good enough to not get put to sleep. He's that good. So what I mean is, but he's going to still try to do something. It ain't going to work out, bro. A couple knockdowns, he's going to lose by wide margin after 12.
Go ahead, real talk.
No, I personally, I think good preparation for Devin would be a Karen fight.
There's not gonna be like it's like
at least him out.
Oh, that's just next.
If you going by what Turkey's saying, it's done, bro. November, it's done. He's
getting cashed out
for real.
I gave Devin.
That's what he said, bro.
Chance because he has a style to beat Norman. He has a style.
Let me go to undefeated. Undefeated. Not what we want, but what do you actually think? You got money on the line. Does Brian stop this guy?
When it comes to the fight, I would put my money Brian to win straight up. Now, if it comes to knockout, I give it like a 65% chance. Because they already warned this motherfucker. We don't want to see the Tom and Jerry shit. Leave that shit in the U.S. In Saudi, he's going to have to force to fight. Brian has good footwork. I think he might catch his ass. 65% chance knockout.
Jason, you agree with that shit?
I'm at 90% knockout.
Yeah,
damn.
Damn.
I feel like 65 is low.
Man, the only
because the shit is that I understand why you guys are saying what you're saying, but I've seen this too many times because a guy knows that he hits hard because he knows he does, and because he figures he could hurt the guy. You know what he does? He'll start looking for one punch to do the guy, and before you know it, 4 or 5 rounds went by. And you didn't land that one punch because
all you gotta do, bro, is go tell Brim.
Well, he doesn't box like that, though, Jules.
Yeah, hey, you need.
He did with some bunches. I'll say that. Look, if you look at to Brian's credit, and I know that fucking Brim is gonna fucking ejaculate in his own pants when he hears this back. To Brian's credit, he showed the ability to box and brawl. If you saw the Cuevas fight, if you saw the Santi Leon fight, he showed you he could brawl, showed you he could fight. And he could mow a guy down. But with Jin Sasaki, he was boxing, bro. Catching and shooting. Like, nah, I don't got to do nothing because you going to come to me. So I don't got to do nothing.
No, I noticed that.
Right. Yeah. The only concern I have, like the only reason I'm not a full 100% is because of the Jin Sasaki fight. And it goes back to what you said, Jules. He knocked that motherfucker out so goddamn hard that we've seen this with other guys. We've seen this with guys who just punch hard and don't knock someone out, like Kambosos.
You may not land that because look at how Devin fought Jose. Understand that. Okay, so Devin's whole mission with Jose was don't get hit by a left. To the point, you're not even fighting, bro. I don't know what the fuck you doing. You're not fighting, bro. I don't know what the fuck you doing. So you figure if he go in there with that mentality against Brian, well, listen, Brian, don't look for the left hook because it's not there. So don't look for it. If you see it, if you see the opening, take it. But don't look for it because it's not there, bro. This dude is 10 feet away from you.
Traumatized that dude.
I'm saying, like he got you understand they made fun of that dude for a year, bro. They made fun of that dude for a year, bro.
We're going on 2. What are you talking about?
He can't change schools, bro. He can't. It's gonna follow him on the internet. He can't change schools.
That's fucking funny.
I mean, ever since that's lacking, right? I always wondered that Devin was gonna fight on the back foot exclusively. Like he's gonna be so apprehensive. Like Brian's gonna need to. Brian, listen. The most important thing is Brian needs to cut the ring off. Better, easier said than done.
things he doesn't
Ray,
do.
Ray. That's what I was gonna go to Ray. Ray, how do you see that thing?
I said 50%. And really what I'm saying with 50% is I don't think the odds are good for Brian Norman stopping him. Honestly, I don't think his odds are amazing for winning in general.
Really, you think that motherfuckers is just writing Devin off?
I mean, shit, the odds said that they put Devin in as a favorite. I think a lot of people are saying that he's not because they watched Brian Norman erase somebody's memory.
Mm-hmm.
But like they said, bro, Jin Sasaki fights completely different to Devin Haney. So does Santillan. Now, if you want to go to where people are starting to fight similar to Devin Haney, you can go to the Boa Chica fight.
He got knocked down in that fight.
Yeah, the only thing is he doesn't punch as hard as Boa Chica. So there's that. But just the idea.
Also, Boa Chica got him with a timing shot as well. He waited for that shit.
Yes, the same thing he's gonna run into fighting Devin Haney.
Do you think he can make an adjust? Do you think he can make the adjustment? Because there's certain things about this fight that you know you have to cut off the ring. Like, as much as it's a cliche and we all get tired of hearing it, it's a fact. You got to cut off the ring to win this fight. You do. He's gonna run. He does not care. He's gonna run.
So here's the thing: he can't. But what he can do, and something that I think is probably the best thing to possibly do if you're going to go into that fight with Devin Haney, and it could win you the fight easily, you should not care about what's coming back to you. Just go and throw whatever. It does not matter. Just go for it.
I agree with that.
Like if you see a shot and you think, if you think, hey man, this uppercut's going to take way too long to reach him and he's going to hit me with 3 punches by then, it doesn't matter. Still go for it. But if he doesn't have that mentality, he gets to lose.
He gonna tickle
I'll say
you.
this. Aim for the elbow.
Will said Junior needs to go to the body and cut off the ring. And yeah, like you hear that shit all the time, cut off the ring, cut off the ring. This is one of those situations where, yes, you have to do that though. Like, in all seriousness, as big a cliche as it is, to win this fight, you need to be able to stay on him. You absolutely do.
Yes.
Now, can he? I feel like maybe. The reason I say maybe is, dog, look at how Jose had you looking. And we know he don't have fast feet. And look at how he had you looking. If Jose had you looking like that, maybe Brian could do a little better. But y'all got to train for that, though. That's the main shit that, you have to train for that, bro. Senior got to put it in you. Well, pause, yo. Put it in your ass. Put it in your ass.
Pause, rewind.
Unpause.
Unpause. He has to stick it in your ass. And you gotta cut off the.
No, because then there are those people. There are those people who are saying like, "Oh well, can we just like chalk this up to the one performance and give Haney the chance?" But it's like, well, what is it about Haney that tells you, as he goes up in weight with bigger guys, stronger guys, harder punchers, that he's gonna get more confident? That he didn't just show you what he's gonna do.
He showed up. The thing is that, look, the guy, like if you think about the George Kambosos fight, both of them actually, he won them decisively. You know what I mean? Like, nobody could argue that he won those fights in lopsided fashion. But you didn't fuck him up. You won. You didn't fuck him up.
You didn't fuck him.
You didn't fuck him hard. You go to the Prograis fight, you put the tip in.
It was just a little softcore.
You put the tip in, but you didn't fuck him. Now, Richardson.
He didn't drown him into the deep water.
Yo, I'm face palming right now, bro. Like,
he was down.
All I wanted to add on, right?
All seriousness, with the fights that you won decisively, you did not maim or beat up anyone. You didn't. You didn't maim George Kambosos. You beat him. You didn't maim Regis Prograis, even though you could have and should have. You still played it safe. You still beat him. You didn't fuck him up. So if you ain't fucking up guys like that, I'm like, can you win against Brian? Can you?
You're not a dangerous fighter, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody's like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Richardson Hitchens fucked up Kambosos more than you, dog. He grinded that shit out. And to stop him,
you don't have power, bro.
I'm saying.
Well, according to the Benavidez fans, they would say that Haney beat him for 12 rounds and did him worse.
Beat his dick.
Wait, what does that have to do with Benavidez?
More dick joke, man.
No,
It's never enough, man.
It's a lot of butt play tonight, Virtuoso. I hope you brought the Vaseline.
But I just wanted to ask, because like, can Norman like systematically break him down? Because I heard what keys to a pressure
No.
fighter is landing to the elbows.
Honestly, this is really what the question boils down to with nuance. Do you trust Norman to throw 3 and 4 punches at a time? Because that's what he has to do. It's not gonna be one. It's not gonna be just a jab in a straight. No, dog. It might be the 3rd punch that gets in or the 4th. But you gotta understand that you gotta throw 3 and 4 punches at a time. And just like Ray said, don't worry about what's coming back at you, because this dude don't knock people out.
This dude don't knock shit out.
You don't knock shit out. If you gotta take one,
He's gonna have to walk through his punches.
Bro, he don't knock the lights out when he fucking a bitch.
Do you trust? It's a question of trusting Brian to have the ring IQ to know, I gotta walk him down, dog. Like, I can't sit here looking for a counter, setting up a shot. No, I gotta walk him down.
You gotta make that in like a 12
before
by 12.
all that, what's even more important is how well will he cut off the ring. All that other shit doesn't matter if he can't cut off the ring, because he won't be able to.
Yeah, he's gotta stay in front of him.
That's true.
He's gonna stand in front of him. Also, like, this would be his first time fighting somebody who's actually his size. This would be his first time ever.
Brian?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Bro,
Brian
was cog, bro.
Brian was. You talking about Devin?
Devin, yes.
Bro,
not Devin. I mean, Devin. This isn't really the first time, because Ryan is actually bigger than Devin.
Oh yeah.
So
I guess so.
You know,
I don't think Linares was his size too.
Mike, do you not second, because it's a 2-part thing? You know, a lot of people are saying they respect that Devin is even taking the fight. Do you feel that way, Michael? Do you respect that he's taking the fight?
I think you got to, man. I think you got to. Like, I know we don't like Devin here, but like, bro, nobody else is really. You know, Devin, whenever he takes a fight, no matter, even with all the bullshit, he's always fighting somebody. Mind
if I go next?
Fighting.
No, I gotta go to Country because he's been too quiet. I gotta check on him. Country, do you respect that Devin is taking the fight, or it's like, nah, you don't have a choice, motherfucker?
Well, I'm 50-50. I respect that he's taking it, but at the same time, he really doesn't have a choice. So his hand is kind of forced.
That's a bitch ass answer. Country is what that is. Jason.
No, you want to see a bitch look in the mirror.
Do not open that camera, Jules. Do not open that camera.
Let me go to Jason. Jason, do you respect, like, is there at least a part of you that's like, you know what, Devin, you know, he has a boring style, but respect. Do you feel that way?
I mean, I guess, because you could have just sat on your ass for the rest of the year, but it's like, you who else was going to fight you for any amount of money?
Yeah,
like, you want to be, and you have a baby, so you know.
Yeah, you got a hungry ex. She need a new Birkin. Ray, do you respect it?
They were talking to Rancis.
I mean,
nah, don't
not
say
really.
that.
It's
They were.
Like I said,
Bartholomew?
Before Norman, yeah.
We dodged the fucking
Bartholomew.
That's what they said on the boxing voice. He was talking to Rancis.
Yeah, that's horrible. But I don't give it like too much.
Okay, I let y'all talk, bro. Fuck that.
No. It's Ray's turn. Shut your ass up,
bro.
Ray, do you respect it, or is it like, no, buddy, you just don't have a fucking choice? What's the respect? It's this or nothing, you know?
I mean, like I said, I don't really view this as like Devin getting slaughtered type fight like everybody else does. So off the jump, no. To be real, like, besides Barrios, this is really kind of the second lowest hanging fruit, to be real.
Damn.
Really?
Wow.
You think that?
Wow.
Yeah, like, if like, I'm gonna be real, like,
Brian
if this
Norman?
was like, yeah, Brian Norman's like, I hold on. Let's just get this shit over with right now. Let's get this over with right now, because I'm tired of people saying this, bro. This dude was fucking garbage for like 3 fights on TV. And then he fought a bum that everybody knew he would beat from Puerto Rico. And then he fought Jin Sasaki, who I was like, yeah, that's going to be a very fun fight. I think because his chin might be bad, he might get knocked out. But Jin Sasaki is very suspect too. That fight's 2 glass cannons. That's what I said about it. It wasn't like some great world-class win. And
I agree with all of that. But at this, can't you make that argument about Devin's durability? That, yo, dog, you hit this guy hard, he'll go down.
What do you mean? Oh no, for sure
Ryan,
he can, and that's what makes it interesting. But it's not like I'm not gonna go and say something like, "Damn, bro, like this is a crazy risk for Devin Haney." Like, oh my god,
So you don't think it's a risk?
I gotta shout out Big Dick Dev for this one, bro. I gotta really give him a shout out for that. You see, it's dragging on the floor right now.
And that nigga Michael tried to get on me about bringing that shit up.
He emphasized the dick part, like, yo, I gotta shout out Big Dick Dev with the big dick.
Love saying that shit.
No, bro, no, look, on some real shit, bro. Like all that, pat him on the fucking asshole for taking the fight. Like, no, bro, that's a participation trophy, bro. I'll give him credit if he wins the fight.
All right. I mean, yeah, like shit. Alex, you give him credit. Alex, do you view this as a dangerous fight for him? That you would give him credit for even taking it?
Hey, what was the original question, though?
The original question was, do you have respect for Devin taking the fight, or is it like, no, Devin didn't have a choice?
No, that's respect, man, because if he has a half a fucking brain, that's a dangerous fight, bro. I mean, with the way narratives are painted nowadays and the way boxing is going, you can get away with a couple more BS ones, somebody who's got a lightweight dope name or whatever. Like,
not really, no, Alex, not really, because who the fuck was gonna make it? He's a free agent.
Rantis.
Well, I mean, if we go into that realm, like who's gonna make the fight because of that, then okay, that's a pretty strong argument for the other side. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of people like to call ducks, right? So I think that Haney knows Norman Jr. is dangerous as fuck for him. You know what I mean? So if you believe in ducking, then I say he gets respect. If you don't believe in ducking, then I say he's pressed into it. You know what I'm saying?
Undefeated. Do you respect that he's taking this fight, or it's like, no, motherfucker, you don't have a choice. You had to fuck the fat bitch.
As the official Devin Haney hater of the page, I do respect him, bro. Cause look at David Benavidez. That motherfucker has no options, and he just gonna sit out. Haney, whether we like it or not, he did get his ass whooped by Ryan on roids. This motherfucker hits like a mule, bro. Fucking Norman. So I give him respect, bro.
Okay, John, you give him respect?
Yeah, I give him respect. You know, he could have retired for 2 years. You know, like Floyd, and then came back.
Yeah,
Broly or Ryan
fire alarm
again.
Smoke alarm.
You know, he's got 3 rollies. You know, he doesn't really. You know.
Yeah.
He got that new one.
Yeah, you know he fuck with the AP now.
Yeah. Virtuoso, same. Wait, let me go to Virtuoso. Virtuoso, same question. Do you respect that Big Dick Dev is taking this big dick fight?
Yo, look at that nigga.
I'm trying to call him Big Stepper Dev, but you went there.
Send this link to my girl so I can show her I'm online.
You gotta you gotta call it what it is.
Even though he's
Big
a Dick
Dev. That Bronx ass
All
Wi-Fi,
right,
man.
Big
Got that Cardi B.
He's a dullard. Fuck.
Damn, yo.
Bro, Virtuoso has been coming on here for years, and
you got that big dick Wi-Fi, bro. That's that big dick
never
Wi-Fi.
had a good mic or Wi-Fi, bro. It's been like
4
years.
Because he's in a project staircase. You can't hear that reverb. I know a project staircase when I hear it.
Is that Section 80?
You don't hear those acoustics, bro?
That motherfucker sends out smoke signals to call people.
Sends out smoke alarm beeps to call people.
Fuck, he shoots flares.
You don't hear them acoustics, bro? He's even in the bathroom or project
8,
staircase, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Sweet, hold on. Before we skip, yeah, I just want to say, I'm gonna be so real. I've been listening to what you guys been saying. Like, man, like at least he didn't sit out for like a year or two. Are we dead ass?
No, we dead ass because
you acting like that's a real option.
No. Listen, Leo said it, and Leo said it, and I half expected it. That the Ryan shit fell apart. T.O. bitched up. This motherfucker might take the year off. He only fought once last year. He didn't have to. It didn't have to be that way. Ryan was the one that was suspended. You could have fought. You chose not to fight. So I'm like, yeah, he could have did that shit.
Like, how crazy was it that like the guy fucking tests positive and gets suspended? You sit out his suspension with him, And you come back on his undercard.
It's like you holding his fucking dick for him the whole time. Like
hold
Devin,
his
what are you
pocket already.
doing? What are you doing? You could fight,
You know what
bro.
that is?
Being a bitch.
That's that you sold your soul for money, bro. Cause how you gonna go on the undercard of the guy that whooped your ass? Like that's crazy.
I mean, like I think to me, and here's me being
that pop dirty.
This is me being biased. I need Devin to lose that fight. The Mayweather clone circuit.
Me too.
We don't need that shit anymore, bro. Like we don't need that shit,
bro. One second, bro. 1 second. Do y'all remember the lead up, the promotion? They had that motherfucker Devin on Times Square as a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then Bill went on the Boxing Voice, and they were asking him like, "Yo, who okayed that shit?" And then Bill's like, "No, that means that Devin is the president of the United States." Like, man, get the fuck out.
What the fuck?
Like, man.
I gotta respect the bullshit.
I'm gonna go to Ray with this one. Now we're gonna shift the focus off of Devin because it's like everybody. I feel like the whole panel would prefer that Brian win if nothing else. So there's no sense in that song and dance.
So Ray, I don't respect it either.
I'll tell you what I think. Do I respect that Devin is taking this fight? No, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You're not doing this because you brave. When you fought Ryan, was that because you was brave? No, it was you viewed him as low hanging fruit. That's why you fought him. It blew up in your face, but that's why you fought him. Now, this fight, yeah, I think this fight is riskier than that one. But for a guy who has no options, it's this or nothing, bro. It's this or nothing. Ain't nobody. Who the fuck is doing all that?
Every live.
Every fucking live, bro.
Project housing over there.
For real. This motherfucker in the air conditioning.
Nah, that ain't me. Fuck you.
Yo, I can hear it. I can hear it. Hold on, I heard it.
Hold on, for dude.
Yo, can you hear this? Yo, suck my dick.
He's shooting fireworks. Is he shooting fireworks?
Fucking virtuoso, man.
Motherfucker just walked in the haunted house just now. Like, God, can you put some oil?
Oh no! Ooh, spooky! Oh my God, noises!
Now, to make a long story short, no, you don't have a choice. Who the fuck is that?
You can't get a journeyman? Come on, man. We know how boxing is nowadays.
Nah, because he's a free agent. You think
And
somebody's
he
gonna
won't take a pay cut.
You think somebody
that
wants?
is true.
You think somebody wants to pay Devin 2-3 mil to be fighting in ham and egg fights and turkey and cheese fights?
Bro, I thought we was moving on from Devin, bro. What happened?
Okay, if you're Bill, right? If you're Bill, you're his manager and his dad. What do you do besides Norman?
Belair and Flair Cobbs.
I would talk about Taylor versus Serrano Part 3. That's what I would do.
I was gonna move off of that. I was gonna move off of that. Next question. Next subject. So Zordo did his thing this weekend. I think most people expected him to win. But did that fight and that performance, did it all affect your perception of him versus Jai Opaya?
Yeah.
Does anybody on the panel have him beating Jai Opaya while I go take a piss?
You see how he said he was gonna go jerk off? You see how?
Yeah, I was gonna go jerk off. But
Yeah.
I'm actually, but yeah.
I think he's got a good chance to beat him, bro. Food?
No, I think he's good, man. I think it's still a 50-50 fight. Well, I would say 60-40 fight for me.
Well, Zerdo's two advantages are one on the inside and two late down the stretch.
Yeah, but
Bro,
I mean,
I think he's got. I think he's displayed a granite chin, bro. I think Chris Billum Smith was hitting him with some bombs.
So here's the thing, bro. If we're going off of like Jules asked, if we're going off what we saw from him this last fight, you know what I mean, with Dorticos. I mean, I saw him going in there with a dude who he was like a Deontay Wilder who knew how to box, though. Devastating right hand. You got to be careful, but he also knows how to actually box. He was careful enough and came away with it clean. Like, I think he's still good, man. I got a 60-40 for Opaya if they fight.
I'm kind of the opposite. I got a 60-40 Zordo now.
Brian even mad at that. You know what I mean? That's the 113 draw difference.
I got Zordo winning right now because
I'm not mad
he's
at that,
really
bro.
good. He's really good on the inside. We've seen that now. And Jai, like, you can only fight bums so many times before I start to think you atrophy. Like,
Yeah,
You-
that's what made me lean towards Zerdo was when Ring IQ was saying how Zerdo overall has more experience, and you can even argue at cruiserweight he's starting to have a better showing than
Well, that's what
guys.
I was just about to say. I think right now at cruiserweight, bro, he looks like he's perfect where he's at. Like you don't belong anywhere else right now. You know what I mean? Like
I was so at the beginning of that fight, I was looking at Zerdo and I was like, damn, he looks a little fleshy. Like maybe he's like out of shape, or maybe he'll gas out. But no, that motherfucker, like, yeah, he's at his perfect weight, bro.
yeah, he looked like he made weight way ahead of time and rehydrated early and still made
How the
weight. You
fuck
know
he
what I
was
mean?
making
Like
168 blows my mind, bro.
yeah, he
well,
looked
He's a big boy.
He had Scrappy stop sucking him off. Just taking all those pounds off of him.
Damn.
Type shit.
that's tough.
He said that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, be like that
That's a
sometimes.
tough motherfucker right there.
Doesn't change it too
No,
much for
because
me.
I mean, arguably Zerdo is the fighter that they're trying to say that Benavidez is.
Oh,
Yo,
no, don't bring up
Zerdo has
Benavidez,
a
please.
chance to become
Nah,
undisputed,
bro.
right?
Not the all Mexican monster bullshit, but they're trying to pretend like he's like this great 2 division champion and shit.
Hey, if Zordo was to become undisputed, does anybody give him like any type of odds at heavyweight, like at all? Or is
No,
that even
zero.
No, zero. He's too small. Way too
Hell
small.
no. That motherfucker had titties on Saturday. Hell no.
But
Yeah.
Jai and Dorticos punch like a motherfucker, man. Those two probably punch like heavyweights.
Well, Dorothy Coast is old as shit. He's Cuban, and I don't see him beating Jai. But even if I did, heavyweight's just a different animal.
Yeah, he'd get destroyed in heavyweight.
Hey, but here's
And there's
another
still
thing though, man.
fast
Like
guys at heavyweight too.
I'm
Forgot
like
about that.
aside from like how would Zerdo do or should he be his next fight? Aside from that, who the fuck gives Opaya a better fight at cruiserweight than Zerdo right now?
No one.
Nobody, bro.
Right?
That's the best fight to
Like
be
that's
made.
gotta
That's
be,
a good
you know what I mean?
ass fight, yo.
Yeah, like we gotta see that.
And
I
I
wish that
cannot
was an
believe I'm saying that about
undisputed,
any Zerdo fight, because I was on the Zerdo hate train for the longest
Bro,
time.
I was on the Zerdo Reggie train. It wasn't hate. It was like he's winning. He looks good, but like I feel like there's some shit
Who
missing.
the fuck are you fighting?
Like,
And then the one
what's
time-
happening? Like, bro,
And
when
then
he
you
was throwing his
step up.
combinations, I'm like, you fight like a 45-year-old.
Nah, I gotta
bro.
be
Like,
real, bro. Once you went to cruiserweight and started showing that change up in style, I started getting a little, my dick started getting hard.
No, he started beating people who were good.
so we can all see that he agree that he finally started growing on us. Like, all right, we can see what he is now. But like,
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like, how does this dude keep winning? Like, bro, and like I'm just thinking like you, dog. I'm like, who the fuck is he fighting? Like nobody. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
And then the one time he fought somebody, Bivol just beat the shit out of him. Like,
Hecho en Mexico, way
that's another reason why I fucks with this channel, man, is because most people on here, man, don't give people their flowers off of narratives or way too early. Like, you got to show us the money. You know what I mean? That's why I fucks with y'all, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Unless they're Abdullah Mason, then most people on this channel will give him crowds.
Fucking Zerdo had to earn that shit.
What was that about Abdullah Mason? I missed that.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, tell us how you really feel about him, dog.
Hey, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I said, hey, maybe he should fight like Edwin. That would be a good fight. And everyone's like, nah, bro. We don't want to see that.
I said that
Yeah,
too.
but he's the future, though.
Yeah, right.
I said that shit too.
Wait, Michael, you're awake?
Yeah, what the fuck?
This
Yeah, I
channel
thought you'd
would
be smart by
would
now.
also be
You
gay.
really
if
haven't said
everybody
shit for
agreed
like
all the
20
time.
minutes.
We didn't disagree on shit here and there. Like, this channel would be whack. It wouldn't be real.
Oh, good lord. I just saw him chat Zerdo doggy styles Benavidez. God damn it.
That's fucking
Stop.
funny, but he does.
Oh my god.
Actually, wait, real
Hey,
question.
isn't it
Is there
funny
any
how
other soul?
Zordo and
Fat
Scrappy
as
Ramirez are in the
fuck
same card all the time?
this weekend.
Hold on, I want to hear your question.
I was going to say, a real question. Is there any other soul that's alive on Cruiserweight right now?
That's it.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Nah,
What we talk?
not really.
I mean, like it's not an up and coming guy at cruiserweight. Like before when all of that was going on, World Boxing Super Series, and 2-3 years after that, Jai Opaya was coming through. So you had that guy. But right now, I don't really see nobody at cruiserweight that look like they gonna be something.
The only guy coming up is Vidal Riley, and he's not amazing.
Yeah, he
and
ain't-
he's already
he
kind
ain't on
of
that.
he ain't on.
I
it,
got
and
I
he's
got a
already
question
kinda
for the
old.
panel. Yeah. Does Benavidez make a defense of his 175 title?
Not the David Tawks.
I'm starting to feel like no, because if Turkey really doing a show in November, who's to say he don't hit up Callum right now and say, "Yo, I got 10 mil. You know, I got something for you to be on that show."
I feel
You know
like
with him,
if the
you
Callum
know with
fight
him,
is not done now, is not gonna get done at all.
with Turkey, it don't take long. You know he doing a show in November. You know he is, and he gonna need an undercard for that show. A lot of the shit that he said, right? A lot of that shit ain't going. Like, we not getting Boots versus Virgil in November. We not getting that. We not get. A lot of that shit ain't gonna happen. But Callum Smith versus Anthony Yard, that could happen in November.
In November
on that
or
show.
August. There's an
I would
August
say
show.
November. True. But August is right around the corner, my guy, and July is here. I feel like
Yeah,
if
but
it
they
was
haven't
that, we would have.
announced it yet.
I feel like if it was that, we would have heard something by now. But you never know. You could be right. The whole thing is, do I feel like David gonna fight Callum? I'm starting to feel like nah. I don't think that shit gonna happen.
Because this shit would have been announced already. They both
Would've been
fought like,
announced.
I mean, if he would have already
2 weeks
accepted the
apart.
first offer.
They
Yeah.
both fought like 2 weeks
For
apart
millions
at the
and
beginning of the
millions.
year.
He
And then they're
already
gonna fight all the way at the end of the year. Like that.
And the
shit's
shit is
stupid.
my shit been the same thing. It's not gonna change that. What you really gonna get fighting David in Vegas? What are you really gonna get? You probably would get more fighting somebody else in Saudi, dog. I don't really think they got it to break the piggy bank to bring Callum to America. Nah, they don't got
Even
it
the
like that to
UK,
do
that
that.
shit does better.
They already
Yeah, like
rejected that fight anyways. Like it's already
Like
been
O2
rejected.
Arena. I think that sells at O2, right?
So the real shit you got it. So the real shit,
Yeah.
the real question is, what do you think David gonna do if he can't get Callum?
Nothing. The
Jesse
same thing he
Hart.
always
Chill.
does.
Zerdo
or
is
Jesse Hart?
Zerdo is my guess. You know what I mean? Because it's like, Bing. Zerdo just fought. Ja just fought. Turkey could get on that right now. Yo, we trying to do that. But Oscar might be like, nah, we don't feel like doing that shit. Oscar might be like, we don't feel like doing that shit. Fight David Benavidez in the fall. Bing, bam, boom. And that's not a bad fight, by the way, though. Like, really, though, that's not a bad fight. That'll be a fun fight to watch. That fight. And if they do fight, who y'all got?
I got Zordo.
Zordo, but
I
I have
didn't
a
see
better
the
question though.
Go ahead.
Is he on your pound for pound list if you win?
Who, David?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deprive him of that. If he could beat Zerdo, you on there. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't do him like that. Like if he won, you gotta give him that. That all right?
Yeah,
he was a
3-division champion.
I don't count that shit. You're 2 division.
I ain't gonna lie.
I knew I'd
3-division
shut your ass
champion.
up.
That shit would not. If that fight were to happen, it wouldn't be close. Like
For
Zerdo
real.
12-0 easy.
You think Zerdo?
He
So
wastes
that's what I was going. That's what I was alluding
everybody's
to.
time.
That's what I was alluding to. Who has Zerdo? Who has David?
I
Zerdo
got
knocks
Zerdo.
him out.
You think Zerdo knocks him out?
Yes.
Not knock him out, but
Yeah.
I don't know
seen-
about.
I
I
think
don't-
Zerdo has no killer instinct, bro.
I
This-
got
this
Zerdo.
I
cruiserweight
don't know.
Zerdo.
I think
I
Zerdo
got
might stop
Zerdo
Benavidez.
via points decision.
Yeah, I didn't see the fight, but I did not hear not one good thing from Zordo. I heard he had
Because
titties.
Zerdo fights are duds, bro. This shit's boring.
I don't agree with that.
Coming
I don't
from
agree with
hating
that.
ass Michael.
It's
That
just
was a good ass.
cruising. He just cruises.
My dude, that was a good fight. Like that was a good fight. Like yeah, that was a good fight.
No, that was
he
a good
don't-
scrap, Michael. He's
He
kissing.
don't knock people out, but he don't be in boring fights, Zerdo.
Okay,
He don't.
Yeah, man,
fucking.
there was nut punching and everything. That's how shit was good.
Yeah,
The Bell and
they was
Smith fight
fouling
was
the
a
shit
fun
out of
fight.
each other.
The
They
Bell and
was
Smith
fouling the
fight.
shit out of each other in that fight. Dorticos was getting hit with Dorticos was pretending he was getting hit in the dick, and he was the one throwing all the low blows. It's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with him, yo? Trying to psych out the ref.
It's fucking
Yeah,
shameless.
you
I
seen
loved
that
it.
shit trying to gesture towards his cock like he's like, come on now.
Zerdo-
Would you
yo,
fuck
he did-
hello? I shut the fuck up. Would you fuck hello Vicky Michael?
Who's that?
The white bitch from Florida that act like she from fucking.
Oh,
got
whoa,
like-
Vicky.
Whoa,
Whoa, Vicky.
Vicky.
Whatever. I said hello Vicky.
Oh, Wolvik.
This nigga here.
you must have been thinking about Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Because I just seen that
Yeah,
bitch.
he wants to hello her kitty, all right.
That's the
Antonio
one
Brown.
that you clap and
Antonio
you don't tell
Brown.
anybody about.
Antonio Brown posted a video of that bitch. I don't know. I guess she sucked his dick or whatever.
Word.
And you know
Wait, who got punched in the Brown?
Antonio Brown.
Oh, he got punched.
he-
Okay, cool.
Okay, get out that project staircase, bro.
I'm outside, bitch.
Antonio Brown posted a video of that bitch. If you go to his page right now, and I ain't gonna lie, she look okay. She look okay.
No, she
Like, I
changed her
wonder if
look like that. That's the one that you clap and you just don't tell nobody about.
Yep.
You keep
Yeah,
that shit on the low.
because that's the one that'll show up at your job, skits and.
Yeah, you keep that shit on the low.
Isn't Antonio Brown still on the run?
I know. I was about to ask.
I mean, he's supposed to be.
Like
How the fuck is
What
he
the fuck-
still on
what
the
did
run
he
on
do?
Twitter, yo?
Those are some shitty ass cops. That's all I can say.
How
I'm
y'all
Yeah.
not
can't
on the run. I'll
find
say The
him?
rest of old Vicky.
Yeah, this
Then-
this
then she
motherfucker
be an
has
accomplice.
CTE and she let him fuck. Yeah, I'm with Michael. Like, you fuck her and you don't tell nobody, bro.
Bro, how
Keep
does
that
a
shit on
bitch
the
even
low.
end up like that? Like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Like,
End up how?
what's-
Retarded?
Yeah, like because the
That's the
bitch is a
internet,
moron.
bro.
Like,
That's the
that's the
internet.
internet.
Do you
that,
remember
yeah.
how she
That's just
came up?
neglect, way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, she's a white girl from Hustle and Flow, bro.
Yeah, Tara Manning. Yeah,
I
she's
need to-
that
I need to
bitch.
watch that
Hey,
movie.
I'm the
I know.
boss. I know
Drew,
I'm
Antonio
the
Brown.
boss, DJ.
Hey, Jules. Drew says Devin Haney's baby mama filed a restraining order. just
Yeah, I
now.
seen that shit. I seen that
Word.
shit. No, she said, Domo said, call out Canelo all goddamn
He's trying
day.
to
Yeah, that's
fucking
right.
thug again.
Not for nothing. Shout out to motherfucking Mr. Calderon. Does David even have a gas tank after 68? That's a damn good question. That's a good question.
That's
I say
why.
no. I say no.
Bro, he
You
couldn't
saw
even.
That's
both
why I got
fast
Zordo by
post it,
knockout.
dog.
I don't think he loses shape midway through the fight.
Yeah, like Zordo do got an engine. He could keep punching late into a fight. I don't think David could do that. I
Hey,
don't.
speaking of David, man, what happened to Mirage?
Bro, he probably.
Oh no, I just got into
Bro.
it with his whole ass this morning over there on BDA.
Oh, for real? So he's still alive and kicking and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, he's still
Mhm.
around sucking that Benavidez.
Still talking crazy? Hell yeah. That's what's
Bro,
up.
I
I'm
don't
just
know how a
checking.
motherfucker could be a David Benavidez fan that hard, bro. That shit, him and Brim, they baffle me. You know what I'm saying? Like Brim with the Brian Norman shit. It's like, yo, that didn't take long. How the fuck are you that dedicated?
No, but
He
the
signed his
Brim
hat,
shit,
bro.
that one's
Nah,
the
you
worst
know what?
than
You should
Benavidez.
pop over to IBF
Because at least
once in a
Benavidez
while
has some
and get a
names,
load of
but
Ashton
Norman don't
Knuckles
have
and
shit.
solid as tea, bro.
Yeah, like how
Donkey.
you get that open? Cause he knocked out Cuevas, bro. Like for real? Like you for real, yo? Like I don't know if he trolling or not. Like yo, you can't. He knocked out
No, he
Cuevas,
not.
bro.
But it's also
Relax,
because
bro.
Brian, it's biasness because Brian's from his town or some shit.
Oh,
like
so
that.
there's some. I'm
He's from Atlanta?
Georgia. I'm
Yeah.
from Georgia. You from Georgia? Let's hold each other's dicks, type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, fuck
I'm
that
just
told you
disappointed
that.
in you, Brim.
Yo,
I mean,
yo,
that's why
Richards.
I support
Yo, Hitchens
Usyk,
is
though. I
from
mean,
New
crazy.
York. Hitchens is from New
No,
York,
he not.
and I couldn't give a fuck
Bro,
about that
Hitchens is
shit.
Haitian. I'm Haitian. I
Yeah,
couldn't
that's a
give a fuck
Haitian,
about
bro.
him.
That's a Haitian, bro. That's not a New Yorker.
Still a New, yeah, but
the
he's
pound-
still a New York cat though.
still a
Like
New
he's a
Yorker.
New York cat. You know what I'm saying?
Virgil
Yo's
Ortiz
from
is
New York.
pound for pound #1, bro.
He is. Oh shit.
In
Yes.
Texas?
No, in USA, bro.
In
In the
Grand
world.
Prairie, bro.
Yo, if Turkey
the
Grand
world.
gives us
Grand
Boots
Prairie.
versus Virgil, bro,
In
Fuck
Oak Cliff.
Grand
will
Prairie.
go crazy.
Sharita
I
Metcalf
need
#2.
that fight, man. I want that shit to
Wait,
be a
she's from Texas?
unification. That shit would be amazing.
The
No,
world,
no.
bro.
You know what? Funny
Man,
story, I got
Virgil
pulled
need to
over-
hurry
I
the
got pulled over
fucking
in
hell
Grand Prairie
up,
one
bro.
time.
Oh yeah, he's
By
always
Virgil?
fucking injured. This fucking guy,
No,
man.
no. He
Again?
needs to, he needs to bitch about Jake Paul some more. Bitch, I'm too
Yeah,
good
that
for
shit.
Jake Paul.
That
Like,
shit
fuck
blew
off.
mine because it's
No,
like yo,
no, he
dog,
didn't say
like,
anything wrong there, man. Don't do that. Don't do
no,
that.
he did because at the end of the day, you can't talk about the evils of Jake Paul and your promoter is working with him. Your promoter, they got something to say about
Has nothing to do
every
with him.
fucking body. Nah, you can't get on a high horse about that. What it really is fam, be real. That dude got 12 fights. He had 12 fights before this weekend. Who the fuck do you want him to fight at 12 and 12
Hey,
and
yo,
1?
Jules.
What?
Look at Johnny Suave's comment.
What he said? Kiwi was on Boxing Realist Live saying Canelo was a weight bully and Errol Spence. Yeah. When I see him, we gonna get him for that dumb shit. We gonna get him for that dumb shit. And you know what?
Wow.
Watch him come over here on some Netanyahu type shit. He gonna get all diplomat like, no, motherfucker. How the fuck is a 5'7" motherfucker a weight bully? And you
Ain't
over
that
here
one of them
sucking
examples of like
dick?
telling me you
Yes.
don't know boxing without telling me you don't know boxing and shit? Like, get the
DKL
fuck out.
fucking
No,
weight.
I
like
think-
you
you know what I think it
fucking
is, Jules?
nerve, bro.
I think people don't register in their mind that Canelo is 5'7", and they don't understand what a 5'7" person looks like. Well, I mean, to me, I'm 6'2", so a 5'7" person is like at my titties.
That's tiny, dog, and he has 68. The median height for a super middleweight is 6 feet tall. He's about 5'7", barefoot.
Yeah, on a good day.
On a good day, if he drank water, he's 5'7". Like, bruh, but that's the other thing about people. Honestly, this is really why it annoys me. You only saying that because of your bitch ass feelings. It's illogical. What you are saying has nothing to do with logic or boxing. You just saying that because you like fucking David. That's all it is. Get off that dude dick,
and
bro.
they'll never talk about David's weight bullying the same way that they will about Canelo's.
Shit is ridiculous, bro.
But because like I said, I'm 6'2". I could not fucking imagine getting down to 168, bro. That's insane.
That's some fighter fans, man. They're not boxing fans. They're fighter fans, man.
The Gooch said that's why Kiwi is 0-7 for real. That's why he can't bench press 225.
And that's why he backed up onto his dad.
And that's why Virgil Ortiz gets really mad at Jake Paul, even though he was the beneficiary of the same shitty decisions that are the problem with boxing today. Like, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, like I'm just tired of people making Jake Paul. It's not even about defending Jake Paul. It's that y'all pretending that y'all not the problem. Y'all are the problem.
I listened to your segment about that. Yeah, you're right, bro.
Yeah, y'all the problem. Not Jake Paul is just a dude doing his thing. But if we real, Virgil, who the fuck were you even fighting when you were 12-0 or 13-0? Nobody fucking knows. He was fighting Chavez. That's not bad, believe it or not. Former champion at 12-1, or in his 13th fight. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. I'm not trying to qualify his career. I'm just trying to say, y'all need to fix this sport before you worry about him, because he's actually bringing more eyes to this sport than a lot of y'all. He's making young people. He's making, however you want to put it, he is making young people pay attention to boxing in his own way. He is. And that's more than we could say for a lot of motherfuckers. Yeah. So.
No, like, and then you got to think, like, you want to keep it 100, like, the people that Virgil was fighting when he was 12-0 and all that shit, like, you were trying to gas it up because you were knocking all of them out. But, like, who were you knocking out, bro?
Gatekeepers, club fighters. Everybody know the drill that when a fighter's got under 15 fights, you know what kind of people they fighting, dog. They fighting dead bodies, bro.
They developmental fights, bro. Call them what they are.
For real. You fighting a heavy bag in a shopping cart. That's what you fucking fighting, dog. Like, so how the fuck is it bad that a YouTuber is fighting Chavez? And I said, the real reason y'all mad at him, it's not even because of who he fighting. It's because he getting more money than y'all. If he wasn't getting no money, y'all wouldn't talk about him. Y'all wouldn't say shit about him.
The red herring was, what you said was, they didn't give a fuck about that same Chavez fighting Anderson Silva and getting his ass whooped.
Nobody was clutching at their pearls. Nobody was a travesty. Oh, you fucking up boxing because you fighting Chavez. Let him get money, because that's all it really is he getting money. They see he over there Netflix getting money. DAZN getting money. That's what it really is. They're like, yo, y'all just on some hating ass shit at the end of the day. Be real. What do they normally tell these YouTubers and influencers to do if they got beef or they got problems? Yo, knuckle the fuck up. That's what he doing. He knuckling the fuck up. But y'all motherfuckers think he supposed to be in there with Maris Breedis or some type of shit.
Virgil Ortiz was in the ring at his 14th fight with a dude who coming off a loss to Stardom Ali, by the way.
Yeah, like what the shit really is that people in boxing try to gatekeep the sport as if they're soldiers almost. And I keep coming back to that y'all not soldiers. Y'all not even fighting for us. You fight for your bank account. You don't fight for us. If they was gonna pay you millions of dollars to fight a turkey sandwich, you'll fight a turkey sandwich. Even if it make us mad, you'll still do it. The real shit is a lot of y'all motherfuckers is jealous, and a lot of y'all motherfuckers is really on some hating shit. You see, getting money, get more money than you, and you feel entitled. Except you not entitled to none of that. Not entitled to shit. If you want people to get excited about you, be exciting, motherfucker. Will said Jake Paul is the problem, but Tank fights a guy at a catch weight and gets ranked on Ring Magazine pound for pound and #1 at lightweight. Let's talk about the amount of email champions, but Jake is the problem. Yeah, like you got a dude like Rolly waiting out a 46-year-old Pacquiao, and you think that Jake Paul is the problem? Barrios is a whole world champion fighting a 46-year-old man who ain't fought in 4 years coming off an L. But Jake Paul is the problem.
Nope, boxing is the problem, bro.
Boxing is the problem.
Yeah.
People forget that.
I think the preconditions of the sport like open the doors for Jake Paul to take over. You know.
I ain't mad at him. Get your money, because what I can see is, yo, dog, that's a dude that started out boxing like influencers and shit. Like, yo, y'all got fake beef or whatever. Knuckle the fuck up. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, yeah, you and Nate Robinson wanted to get it on. Y'all got it on.
Yeah, and if I can add another layer to it, what people and you know, us boxing fans got to step back and get out your fucking feelings and realize, like, this dude, like, he's just as much of a fan of boxing and the sport as us. The difference is he's contributed far more to the sport of boxing than you and I ever will.
Yeah,
so,
like
get off your fucking high horse, dude.
The dude is out there fighting. Like, I thought about what they said, and I was going to ask that to you guys. They saying that his fights is rigged, and we know that those rumors have been around for at least 2 years. They're like, yo, this shit fake, this shit fake. Ray, do you think the shit fake?
No, Chavez sucks. Tyron Woodley sucks. A lot of the guys you fight are ass, and Tyson was like 60.
Does anybody think that shit's scripted? Because that's everybody's favorite go-to is, yo, this shit fake. It's not real.
No,
setting aside any other fight, if you think the Chavez fight was scripted because he quote unquote didn't throw any punches, bro, you just outed yourself as not seeing a Chavez fight since his fight with Canelo.
Basically,
I only think that the Tyson fight was scripted. That's it.
I think he's just been fed tomato, the right tomato cans to manufacture his career.
Yeah, like I don't think it's fake, because if it were fake, he wouldn't have lost to Tommy. If it was scripted, if it's all preordained, then how does he lose to Tommy? Even worse, that I thought he beat Tommy. I thought he did enough to win that fight. So if it was fake,
that was actually his most convincing performance. Ironically,
that shit. You thought he beat Tommy? I was like, word.
I thought he did, bro. Like
me too.
Tommy,
actually.
My dude, Tommy looked like Tommy. You supposed to be the boxer. You look like shit. You look horrible in that fight.
Yeah,
and you got knocked
down.
To refresh my memory, but didn't he lose to Anderson Silva?
No, he beat Anderson Silva.
No, he didn't lose Jake Paul. Oh, he beat him.
Jake Paul didn't lose to Silva. He beat him. He beat him. But that's the shit that it's like in the
Jake
first
Paul
10
fought Anderson Silva?
Hell yeah, like 3 fights ago. 3-4 fights ago.
I forgot about that shit.
But see,
the
fact that you forgot that speaks to what I said before, that he don't got the Midas touch like that, because some of them fights that he had, they didn't do nothing. Like the Silva fight, that shit didn't do nothing. That second Tyron Woodley fight, that shit didn't do nothing.
I was gonna say, like the last actual memorable like Jake Paul event was the Woodley fight. That was the one that I actually was invested in. And then after that, it was just here and there. Who gives a shit?
Maybe the Nate Diaz one did okay, because Nate does have a cult following. People do fuck with Nate, but other than that, some of them shits building up to the Tyson fight. Some of them shits didn't do nothing. Some of them shits flopped. I think.
And that leads to a very interesting question. What does Jake do from here? Because you kind of need a big fight, and I don't think you want. If you're one of our champion, it better be Badu Jack.
I mean, if he could do the Javante thing, right? That'll sell. Him and Javante, that'll sell. But that's a full on.
It's not gonna sell, bro.
How does that even work?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm tired of this motherfucker, bro. There was literally receipts of $350 tickets going for $10. We say that he's good for boxing. Is he really?
Yes,
because I see if you go into Instagram on the Zone, all the comments are negative, bro. Who is he bringing?
They're still bringing eyes to the sport, yo.
My dude,
Well,
yeah,
Ar's a
like,
millionaire.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna
okay.
put it to you
There,
another way. I'm gonna put it to you another way. Undefeated. I'm
yeah.
not telling you to like him. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that on his undercard, we actually got a good undercard. That was a good undercard, believe it or not. That was pretty good.
Agreed.
I was entertained. All the stuff he's doing for the girls, that's another thing. Or he's bringing the third thing. He is bringing a different set of odds to this sport that really don't fuck with boxing. If you look at his internet metrics, I get it, but if you look at his internet metrics, he do move.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay, yeah. Let's say y'all said if he brings lots of eyes to the sport, how many pay-per-view buys do you think he did?
With this, not a lot. With this, no, not a lot. I don't believe Mexican. You chose Chavez because you was trying to get the Mexican fans to buy your fight. I don't think they bought. I don't think they feel that way about Chavez, homie. I don't think.
They don't claim that nigga Junior like that.
So who the Americans are the ones that bought this fight?
Jake
Paul
Paul's fans, bro. Jake Paul has a whole different crowd.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
another
it's
thing.
sold.
That's another thing, Undefeated. That it's hard that you treating him as if he Devin Haney. You know that we could do that with Devin. They're like, bro, people don't fuck with you like that. I don't know who'd fuck with Jake because he an influencer, bro. He not a regular cat.
Dude is from Disney Channel, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm saying that legitimately. If it's somebody like Devin or Ryan, yeah, we could talk because they boxers. We watch a lot of boxing. This dude is an influencer, bro. I don't know who fuck with him.
And then think about it like this way. Think. So, like Jake Paul has all these influencer kids, all these YouTubers that are watching his shows, right? Like, what if they just so happen to watch a Zordo fight or Amanda Serrano fight, and they're like, damn, let me look into this bitch. Let me look into this beanstalk at cruiserweight. Yeah. And now they're watching more boxing shows. It's like it has a trickle effect. Like we're not
you
talking
gotta
about
say
a massive
this.
footprint.
Fucking real talk hit the nail on the head. I would say that Jake Paul has done more to keep boxing in the consciousness of young motherfuckers than Devin Haney. I would say that with a straight face.
Yeah. I would say that Jake Paul has a Pied Piper effect, since he's grew up in the on YouTube. You got a lot of young audience. So yeah, I do agree. He does bring those eyes to the sport, but I'm kind of skeptical of them staying along because.
Hey, that's a good question. What do you guys think?
Can Jake beat Wilder?
Ooh. I would pay for that fight.
There we go. That's the next fight. That's the next fight.
Not a bad idea, bro.
I would pay for that fight.
It's fucking sad.
Fuck Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry, but he got to fight Wilder.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua.
That's not even a chance. He don't have a chance against Anthony, bro.
It's crazy.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not.
He went 7 rounds with the dude Torres knocked in 2 rounds, bro. I'm not even big on Torres.
Yo, got Wilder fighting Jake Paul, bro.
Why
Jake
not?
Paul to knock him out.
Bro, one or two things happening. Bro, one or two things are happening.
Wilder
Jake
need to
Paul
go
gets
get that
slept,
bag.
or fucking Wilder stops fighting in Wichita for the rest of his
Hey,
life.
he put up a better fight than Tyron Herndon.
I would pay for that fight.
Bro,
I would pay
undefeated,
money for that fight.
I would. Well, I fucking would because I fucking paid for Chavez.
Yeah, you're different. You don't count.
I'm different. I am different. You right.
Well, it's what you do for a living, so of course you're gonna pay for shit.
Yeah, but
you could charge me 80 for that.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna get. I just got an opportunity to watch Pacquiao for free, and I may watch that for free. So I'm just.
Don't do it. It's gonna cut off on you at the wrong time. You're gonna hate it.
No. This is not a. I got friends in high places. Bro.
All right, man.
Shout out to Luis Puente.
Right.
He sells more than Benavidez, so he is good for boxing. See, this the thing. It's what Virtuoso said. Young motherfuckers know him. They follow him. And when they see him with boxing gloves, they don't even know who the fuck he fighting. But they see him and that keep boxing in their mind. Ain't nobody really checking for no Devin Haney. Ain't nobody... Floyd Schofield, like, nah, you gotta be real that he's keeping boxing. Even he was on Piers Morgan, yo. In the UK, he was on Piers Morgan. That's an example. Piers don't fuck with him, but that is a widely syndicated, well-known show in the UK. And who he had on there? Jake fucking Paul. So he keeps.
And Jules, you know what else? You know what else, bro? Anybody who's a fan of any fucking sport, I don't care what it is. If you ask them, what got you into that? You got a person that you watched that played that sport on a high level when you were little.
Well, look at
that shit enamored you, and you fell in love, and then you started following that sport eventually.
It got hard, bro.
That's how it starts. All it takes is one fucking person to be in that sport just to get your attention to it, and it's a wrap, bro.
Dude, look at that gal that jumped on the live last night. She was asking about. She's like, "I'm a Jake Paul, you know, the handicap gal." You know,
yeah. Like for me, I'm a '98 baby. For me, that was the Pacquiao.
Yeah, so I don't feel no need to disparage him, because if you really look at what he did, yo, dog, he started basically knuckling up with other people that was like him. What's wrong with that? Now, granted that he say a lot of dumb shit, you know, he do say a lot of dumb shit, but so does Mama Skull, so does Gervonta Davis, so do a lot of
somebody put it to me. You know, I think you know who it might have been. I think it was Andrew Tate. The way that he described it was that these influencers, that the way that they're going about it, that they're pretty much bringing back the what's it called, like a draw, like a duel, you know, like a declaration of combat, you know, that hey, we have issues, there's something wrong, like let's settle that shit in the ring then.
And ain't that what the boxing motherfuckers preach anyway? Yo, knuckle up. All right, well, you got a whole social media Disney kid that he knuckle up. So really, it's not what y'all saying. Y'all just argue in bad faith. Y'all hating on that boy because he getting money. Because if he wasn't getting money, y'all wouldn't even talk about him. If he was fighting
nobody hate on a loser.
Exactly. Meanwhile, nobody hate down.
As a matter of fact, hey, Jules, nobody was hating on him when him and his brother were the most famous Vine creators ever. Nobody hated.
Nobody hated.
Meanwhile, Keyshawn Davis is like, I don't want to fight Tiafimo because he said racist stuff. I don't want to give him the money.
You should want to fight him.
This the shit we gotta do, and this is why it bothers me when I see people in boxing do this sanctimonious bullshit. They're like, yo, dog, what the fuck are you talking about? If Jake Paul was not here right now, guess what? Showtime would have still left. Fox would have still left. This shit with ESPN, it would have still been going on.
Yes,
so why the fuck we pretending that Jake is doing something bad or fucking up the sport? No, he not. He doing his own thing, and y'all mad. Y'all can't do it like him. That he got. Think about Jake for a second. He got money on Triller, money on Showtime. Remember, he was on Showtime for a little bit. Showtime to DAZN to Netflix, from Netflix back over to DAZN. That's why y'all hating on that boy. Cause he getting money.
Jules, he was rich before all of that.
Bang.
You know what I mean?
Think about how much of a career.
That motherfucker don't even have to box. Is the crazy, like, you know, he don't have to box.
You don't have to box, bro.
You don't gotta do none of that. I'm not trying to make it like, oh yeah, we gotta respect Jake. I'm saying that y'all, yo, boxing got problems and y'all want to fix them. So y'all say stupid shit and point the finger like, yeah, he's fucking up boxing.
Homeboy's a millionaire and he's opting to take punches in the face. Like,
for real.
And
come on.
You know what's the crazy thing too? It's like, the only issues that I've seen that I've like had with him is generally all boxing's fault. Like, hey, you possibly going in the ring to fight like champions or be sanctioned. Well, that's the WBA's fault. That's the WBC's fault. That's any boxer's actual fault.
Also, the BA is even also in support.
And another thing too is the most embarrassed I've been as a boxing fan hasn't even been with Jake Paul, and it hasn't even been with any of these free show fights, because I don't even take them that seriously. The most embarrassing moment I've had, and it's still going to be the most embarrassing, was watching a fighter that I knew was completely garbage get a title shot he did not deserve and win that title shot over bullshit. And you guys know what I'm talking about.
Big Rolo. Big Rolo. You got, you know, Big Rolo about to be a 2-weight world champion. That is what's wrong.
It's embarrassing.
That's Big Dick Rolo.
Big Dick Rolo, Mike's favorite fighter.
God damn.
Michael too quiet. He fell asleep.
Michael for real trying to get on me.
Yo, you just can't trust that
Adam Tariffs had him fucking knocked out, bro. He's done.
No, but you look at it, that boxing is whoring itself to him. It's not the other way around. Boxing is,
of course. Yeah,
Mauricio
money,
can't wait to get that dude a belt. Gilberto can't wait to get that dude a belt. So how the fuck y'all mad at him?
Oh, he brings the fucking viewers. He brings the fucking bread. Like him or not, the dude fucking attracts money, bro. That's it. That's all you need to know.
So you know, Undefeated, I just disagree. I can't gauge his audience because it's not us. It's not even guys our age. You know, he got that Twitch crowd. He got that TikTok and all of that. Like,
I mean,
you know what, Jules? Hey,
like
Jules,
you're
like you said,
UFC.
Jules. Hey, I was gonna say, it ain't us, but whoever the fuck it is, they sell every fucking time, bro. They make money,
yeah,
bro. Like,
even if you say like I seen people pointing it out this weekend that the cheapest ticket is $35. Still, bro, there was people in that shit. You see how many people was in that shit when they was fighting? That's more than we could say for a lot of fighters. They supposed to be bona fide boxers. They supposed to be for real. Can't fucking sell out a wing dinner. So
it's like being upset that Arby's is still open. You know, like we don't know who the fuck is keeping these people in business, but Arby's is still around.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, what?
Right? Yeah, he tried to save him.
You shut the fuck up about Arby's, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're done.
I know what he was trying to say.
Hey, mute him, dog. Mute him, Jules.
You fucking up. Arby's ain't bad. You stop that shit. Arby's.
No, they're
You
not
like wet labias? Listen, if you like wet labias, you'll like Arby's.
Nice try,
Arby's is not bad, dog. Arby's is not bad.
No, nice try, Diddy.
Now, if you're talking about Sonic is the greasiest burger I ever ate in 42 years of life, bro. Bro, that shit is so trash. That shit you might as well dip that shit in the bathtub and then bite. That's how
I ain't gonna lie. Sonic is there for the experience rather than the food because it's kind of fun to point your car, press the button there. But nah, that food sucks.
Yeah, Sonic is hot food.
I only go to Sonic's for ice cream and their drinks, bro. We don't go for their burgers.
Bro, you can't go to Sonic unless you tipsy or you got to be under the influence of something.
Yeah, because if you eating that shit while you sober, something is wrong with you, dog. Like you need to get your life together. If you going to Sonic while you sober and shit, you know.
Yo, Jules, I wanted to add on to this topic real quick. If you're a contender, right, who's a promotional free agent, why not sign with MVP and be on the Jake Paul show? You know, that way you can grab your audience.
Of course. What I like about what he's doing, see, another thing that he's doing, the MVP thing, and I don't just put that on him, I also put it on Nikisa Badarian because he's doing a lot of that work. That they are giving opportunities to fighters, and this is at a time where Top Rank has a nebulous broadcast situation. Boxer has a nebulous broadcast situation. These PBC Haymanite motherfuckers don't even know that the Amazon deal is. They ain't gonna be on there much longer, dog. They ain't. You know what I mean? So you see that the established game in town is kind of fucking up, and he getting fighters fights. You see what I mean? He getting motherfucker slots, men and women. But what's wrong with boxing? Fuck out of here, B. Get your act together, bro. Shout out to Luis Puente. Who got a more manly voice, Michael or Mama Sko? What does the panel think?
That's Michael. You have to have testosterone to hate.
Yamcha.
What?
Yamcha.
I just like saying Yamcha. I don't get to say that on a regular basis, so I took that opportunity to say that.
Okay, Yama could eat you, bro.
Shalom, Ben Shalom. So I seen the mayor of New York eating rice with the same hand he wipe his ass with.
What the fuck?
Well, that dude is you gonna vote for that dude? Ray, you gonna vote for that dude?
Well, the alternative is Mayor Eric Adams again, bro.
I know, bro. I thought about that. That like, see,
I know a lot of people don't like this dude. I completely understand, but it's like you have to remember, like that dude was not very far from being a part of a Diddy case, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was very close. Like he had to really just say, "Hey, yo, take the immigrants away."
Hold on,
bro, this is like the worst. Hold on. Hey, y'all, this is like the worst case scenario possible of like the lesser of two evils. Like, fuck.
It is though, because Eric sucks, bro. Like Eric is basically Dinkins era sucks, bro. But you got this other cat, and he's a goddamn communist. Like fuck socialist. That dude is a communist, dog.
Yeah, straight
right?
100. Straight 100, man. I wouldn't elect his ass to a
we have been invaded, bro. We have.
I wouldn't elect his ass to a fucking dogfight, man.
It's socialists all
Hold
up
on,
and down.
before we get into the politics, I need an answer, bro. What percentage do you give Jake Paul to beat Wilder?
Oh, actually, dead ass. I give him. Damn, this is gonna sound fucked up.
50%.
Bro, right?
Yeah,
Right?
bro. It might be a bit higher, to be honest, bro. Might be a bit higher.
Dude, you seen Wilder? Did you see Wilder?
He looks so ass.
His right hand was so bad, we started complimenting his left hook by association.
With them Lululemon leggings, bro? Like, yo, this dude.
In the Lululemon leggings? Like, nah.
Yo, like, nah, son. Like Wilder's chopped, bro.
No, you know what's funny, Ring IQ? No, you know what's funny, bro? Is I was watching those videos, right? And you're like, oh, is he wearing leggings? Like, no, that's the good thing. Bro, my high ass commented on a whole different video.
Yeah, I saw, bro.
You saw that shit, bro.
I saw, like,
I noticed that. I was like,
is he
damn,
talking
I gotta
about
stop
the
doing
Wilder
drugs.
shit? You
Yeah, I
gotta
was
use
like,
all
I
the
gotta stop
drugs,
doing
bro.
drugs, man.
Shout out to Don Juan. If Italma beats White in 3 rounds or less, do we see him again this year? And who would you like to see him against next? I say Ajagba or Wardley. Nah, I would say
Wilder.
No. Yo, you trying to get Wilder killed, bro? Like,
No, for real.
trying to get him.
I never liked that nigga, bro.
Bro, I was gonna say Huey Fury, Frazier Clark, right? Those are sensible options that, you know, you went straight to Wilder, like trying to get that man killed, dog. Malik Scott, you know, Malik Scott not training him anymore and shit. I don't blame Malik for that shit. Nobody was gonna be able to fix Wilder, bro. Nobody. You could have dug up the fucking bones of Eddie Futch and sprayed that shit in his nose. It wouldn't have made the least bit of fucking difference, dog. Wilder is what he is, bro.
He's still bitching about Tyson Fury, like, dog.
That's how you know he hasn't accepted
And
his
that's
loss
why
and it's not going to get better.
And that's why he needs to fight the likes of Moses as Talma or Richard Torres, bro. When you knocked out, you don't got time to think about Tyson Fury.
You know, Jarrell Miller just called him out too. I could go for that. Jarrell Miller just called him out earlier today. I could go for that.
Yeah,
I could go for Wilder versus Jermaine Franklin.
That's not a bad fight neither. Jermaine Franklin. He's an underrated fighter, Jermaine Franklin. You know, I don't think he ever gonna be all that, but he aight. He be doing his thing. You know
what was his last fight?
Didn't he have a fight earlier this year? Didn't he have a fight?
I don't know.
Not that I've heard of.
Last time someone was against AJ.
I know we got a busy motherfucking weekend of fights because you got Daniel and Usyk the same day as Pacquiao and Barrios, and the day before that is Taylor Serrano 3. So I'm looking forward to that. We got Bam versus fucking Kafu that feels like it's taking a fucking eternity. This weekend we got Jack Tuna Casserole versus Harlem Eubank. That's gonna be alright. I'm gonna go live for that. I might go live for that. You don't like that fight?
Wait a minute. It's some Dubois Usyk on July 26th.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I watch any Scatterall fight, bro. Scatterall's fighting, I'm watching.
Well, Catterall is alright. You can't. He ain't. You know. Yeah. He be doing things.
Okay. You know what I means? You know what I means? I means like I wish you weren't boring, but you are.
Like name me. Okay. So barring Josh Taylor fights, and let's say that one. Nah, that fight kind of sucked too. I was gonna say that one Prograis fight. What fight was actually you looked at? You were like, damn, bro. Jack Catterall really did his thing out there.
Nah, you never gonna say damn during the Jack Catterall fight, right? So you already setting the bar way too fucking high. Motherfucker sitting around saying, damn, look at, like, nah, that don't happen. But he's okay. He's a decent watch.
What you say when you watch a Jack Catterall fight, bro?
I ain't gonna lie. When he fought Arnold,
you say, ooh, look at that right hand. Is that what you say?
Look at the jab.
Ooh, a jab. Look at that. Another jab. Look at that. Another jab.
Barboza fight, bro. Oh my god.
Yo, this dude only rewatches Inoue fights. You rewatch Inoue fights every day? Like, no room for any other, like, okay boxer.
Quiet, Julio.
No, not for nothing, Julio. If I'm especially if I'm cooking my breakfast, if I don't just cop out and make some bullshit, I watch 80s fights, bro. Like I watch old shit that I grew up with, or shit that I know is a barn burner. You know what I'm saying? But who in their right mind goes back to watch a Jack Catterall fight? You need a wellness check if you doing shit like that, dog.
Nah, I won't rewatch his fights, but I'll watch him. I mean, I feel like if you're ranked, I'll watch your fight.
I was about to say that's weird because like it's funny how like Jack Catterall, he's the kind of dude like right now, if he's in a fight, I'm gonna watch that shit because he's an exciting fighter. Win or lose, it's exciting. But once his fight's over, go revisit one. Nah, I'm good, bro.
See, I don't even think he's exciting. I just think that he's ranked high enough to where if he wins, his name might be mentioned again. So I like.
He's somebody whose career you said it best. He's a guy whose career you follow because he is one of the somebodies at 140. You can't say that he's not. He is one of the somebodies.
Yeah, I'm not watching Jack Catterall fights with my dick in my hand. Like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome. I love fucking Manchester. No, he's okay. That's it, and he's relevant.
Well, you shouldn't be watching anybody's fight with your fucking dick in your hand.
I mean, come on now.
But we had a question earlier, Julio. The question pertained to Devin Haney and Brian Norman, and the question basically was, how confident are you that Brian stops Devin?
I'm not confident he stops Devin, but I don't like that fight for Devin. I could see Devin losing that fight, sure. But as far as stoppage, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Devin has is good timing, and that's about it. I think Norman literally might be physically too strong.
Do you respect Devin a little more for even taking this fight, or is it, nah, he doesn't have a choice?
I do kind of respect it because, he really has no business at 147. He really hasn't established himself at 147 to be fighting really the only guy left in the division. Really, worth the damn, to be honest. Everyone else has moved up.
Yeah, and moved.
It's so, like, welterweight is so bad that Pacquiao's back. Pacquiao is the second best welterweight in 2025.
It's fucking ridiculous. If he beats Mario, y'all gonna put him on y'all pound for pound?
Man.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
He's
made
Mario.
That's a real fucking question, y'all.
No.
I mean, I will, but I'm a Pacquiao fanboy.
No.
Like, so
he's the I love New York shirt of boxing.
That is fucking hilarious.
Whoa.
I mean, I was gonna ask, is there a pound for pound list over 40?
Look, if you're talking about making the argument, right? The argument is there. A dude that's 46 that could come back and win a title, and it's not just a dude, it's Pacquiao. It's already really accomplished. Would you deprive him of that if he came back and won a belt at 46?
No, I mean, that dude's young.
Okay, wait.
So Badu Jack be on the pound for pound list then? If age matters?
Honestly, yes, he should. I mean, like you.
Whatever.
No.
Thought I had you that one.
No. Like
Jack,
honestly, yeah. Badu Jack had a resume at 168. He absolutely did. He fought motherfuckers, and yeah, he old, but you got to give it to him. Like, that's not a bad shout. Badu Jack on a pound for pound list. It's just, who would you put him ahead of? What, you gonna put him ahead of Junto?
You can put him at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him at that fast 10.
I feel like at that point, should Pacquiao sneak in at number 10 on the pound for pound list? Such a hair-splitting conversation. Like,
before
oh my
Badu
god!
Jack? Before Badu Jack, if you gonna interject him, like, I mean, look, man, you gotta be nice to be 46 and still winning titles, wouldn't you say?
Okay,
Pacquiao
could be a Buche.
Like top 11.
Should a Buche be on the pound for pound?
Ike don't have a belt. Ike is not fighting for a belt, dog.
Hey, check it out, man. Look, I say like this, like, y'all know me, man. I don't do pound for pounds, but I feel like pound for pound should have a lot to do with body of work. And I'm sorry, man. Even if he wins, I feel like Pacquiao's body of work is in restart mode, bro. Like, this is the first fight back.
You don't even count that shit.
I feel that.
No, dog. Like, nah, he can't go. Like, yeah, he'll have a title. Okay. There. That's all you need. You got a title. You got the name.
Alex, how is this different, though? My question is not a loaded question. You got to characterize this. How is this different from Bernard Hopkins when he was in his mid-40s fighting in title fights? How is this different from that?
Hopkins was active. Hopkins was active.
Okay, but Manny about to get active.
But hold up.
Okay.
Man, fuck out of
All
here.
right, this is a hot take, but I thought he lost his Trumanov.
Let me answer his question. Hopkins also started at a later age and always had continuity into that older age. So his body was adjusted different, mind was adjusted different, and once again, continuity, no breaks. He didn't take this many years off and come back.
But Alex, we're not talking about right here in this moment. Remember what the scenario is. If he actually wins the fight and becomes a champion, do you then put him on the list? Because we saying that, you can't say, well, the dude didn't fight. We're not talking about right now. We talking about if he beat Mario.
Well, then I would say this to the person that says he goes on the list. Where does he go? How is he more deserving than who's on the top 10 right now?
If he beats Mario and defends the belt, then I'll put him on the top 10.
If he knocked Mario Barrios out,
Jules, no. What if stop.
No,
Barrios is trash.
Jules, don't do it.
Barrios is a hot pack of ass. Who cares?
Come on, bro. He knocks Barrios out. Come on.
Mario should be honored to get knocked out by Barrios.
Are you in a mode of weakness, bro? Like,
Since you put it that way, Jules.
No,
I would say I would say Holly Holm is more likely to be in your pop-up list of women than Pacquiao, because look, she wants to fight Terry Harper, right? Who's a more accomplished fighter, than Mario Barrios. I'm sorry, fuck no.
The shit is, but see, I guess this is where we as boxing fans are biased, because let's say that Brian Norman fought that same Mario Barrios, y'all wasn't gonna give him credit?
No.
Define credit.
It's Mario Barrios, dude.
Bro, this is a weak welterweight class.
Have you seen his sister, Don?
Yeah.
The fuck? Hey, Jules,
get the fuck out.
Just let it go, bro.
No. Let him cook. He gets hot sister.
Jules, just let it go, bro.
Let him cook.
No, wait, because this is real shit that. Okay, wait. Pause.
Boy, you need a 12-step program for this, bro.
So if Boots beat Barrios, y'all saying that shit they wouldn't count. That's what y'all saying.
On everything, I wouldn't care, bro.
I'm saying that's not a fucking like, oh yeah, let me call my mother.
Well, no, you don't gotta call your mother, but you could call your cousin.
I'll put it to you like this: if somebody told me, I had to put
he said, I don't even like my cousin.
If somebody told me I had to put Boots higher on my pound for pound list because he beat a world champion Mario Barrios, I would tell them to shut the fuck up. That's basically what it is, bro.
All right. Y'all can talk all the shit you want, but when Manny beats Barrios and then he beats the great two-weight champion Rolly Romero to become unified champion.
Thing, Jason, you fucking thunder. That's what I was gonna say. Look, Alex, check this shit out. Check it out. Manny comes back. He beats WBC champion Mario Barrios. Then he beats the WBA champion Rolly Romero. You
added to the question now so you could get right.
I'm saying if he beat Rolly, he still don't get on.
Hold on. All I'm saying is if you want to add him to pound for pound for beating Rolly, you got two options, dog. You can stop the madness right now and say, yeah, fuck that. That was ridiculous. I don't know what's thinking. My bad, y'all. Or we can do an intervention and go down the panel, top to fucking bottom, where everybody talks about how they're concerned about you right now.
Ray.
Yo, it goes both ways. Pause. Rolly should be on the pound for pound list if he beats Pacquiao.
Ray. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to get on your pound for pound, Ray?
Wait, before I even say this, so I've been hearing people say like Rolly's gonna fight for the BA title. Was there not a mandatory for the BA for this entire time?
Guy is soft, but you don't be naive, Ray. You know they're not gonna sick him on Rolly. They're not.
Do you think that Eddie's just
what does WBA stand for?
My dude, we back Al. Come on now.
There you go.
We back Al. You really think Guy is soft beat Rolly. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh,
that's why that fight won't happen. That's why it won't happen. So I don't think that WBA don't give a fuck about no nondescript Uzbek that look like he from Hawaii, bro. Like, nah, they're not gonna go to that.
Is it safe to say that 147 is the most limp it's ever been?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Jules, as a matter of fact, speaking of being limp, you know what? To answer your question, if you come back to beat Barrios and fucking Rolly, bro,
Hey man, I'll take that as 2 combined Reggies for a solid win. Yeah, he'll go into pound for pound at number like 62.
Oh, so that's 2.5 to make one.
No.
62, bro. 62. Mr. Calderon said.
Serious. I'll get him at number 10. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's the scenario I just paid. So that's how shit the welterweight division is. Manny could come back and beat 2, not 1, but 2 champions there, and that's still not enough.
Nah, he can be. He can be. He can be pound
Isn't
for
it
pound
kind of
number
crazy
10
that
on, like,
Ring Magazine
top
has
Philippines,
Canelo at
maybe.
number pound for pound number 8?
Yeah,
Damn.
but like they did him dirty. They did him dirty. But it's because they shit is a voting panel, bro. It's a voting panel. Whenever it's not a criterion. It's not a set compass that you say, okay, well, this is how we're gonna grade all these guys. It's just a popularity contest, bro. And a lot of people is mad at Canelo right now, so they doing him dirty. Realistically, it don't make sense for him to be number 8. How is he number 8, bro? So what you saying? Junto got a better resume than Canelo? What are you really saying?
The only thing that can be saying is like the last couple fights has been inexcusable, but like that's gay. It's all gay.
It's pretty fucking gay, man. Look, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Julio, sing a song.
Chris Billum-Smith will beat Jake Paul.
Yeah,
he probably
but that's
would.
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many people are texting me and telling me, "Oh, whoa, Jake Paul, after this weekend," and I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, he was fighting a punching bag that decided to step it up to the last round. You know, it was just kind of a sad sight to see that the scam is still going on. Like, this guy knows he was there for a paycheck.
You know, I agree with you. I think it's all a charade, but you know, I don't take it that seriously. You know, you can't be.
But the amount of people that are like that are commenting and like just
it's annoying.
I got some friends, and one of my friends like, "Oh, hey, Jake Paul, what do you think, man? What do you think?" And I'm like, I mean, think the same thing. I think if he fights someone his age, his age and his size, he's gonna lose. If he fights somebody his age, his size, his weight class with a similar record, he'll lose. Of course, he's gonna.
Well, hang on, bro. Like you said something I have to take a little issue with. Like Chavez just there for a paycheck, only tried in the last couple rounds, so it was a Chavez fight.
Yeah, nothing new.
That's Chavez, like, nothing new there. Like
what I think everyone forgets about Jake Paul's career.
Listen, I have as much faith that Chavez Jr. will continue to disappoint as much as I have faith that Jake Paul will continue to beat and exploit old retired fighters.
You know what everyone forgets about Jake Paul's career is that he ducked and swerved somebody who was actually gonna knock his ass out, and that was Hakeem Rodman Jr.
Yeah, that's true.
That dude was actually gonna knock Jake out.
I don't know about that.
If we saw Tommy,
he was gonna go off script. You're saying?
Like he would not. Like the way that he was like behaving and the way that he was talking to Jake, like no, he was ready to go off script and just sleep, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why Jake used that gay ass excuse about, it's supposed to be at 205, but what was I remember it was just like something with the weight, but it wasn't anywhere near like for what Jake be coming in at. He was trying to drain Junior, and Junior wasn't gonna let him. He was gonna be like, no, I'll pay the fees or take the purse or whatever. Like he was literally just gonna knock Jake out.
Yeah, I'm still like keeping a level head about this whole thing. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care who. Like, it's just not for me. It's not gonna change my mind unless he fights guys at least like Tommy Fury's caliber, or in the same as the people that are his same size and young like him. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. Even if it's a guy that's 5-6 years older with a similar record that's actually fighting, that's active. Even then, he's not going to beat those guys. He's just not. I mean, he doesn't have. Listen, from what I saw, it's like it was leaping, lunging shots, and there wasn't any like give and take. It was like my turn, your turn, my turn.
No, you see that picture that's going around?
I think even Paulie Malignaggi broke it down really well too. Paulie Malignaggi broke it down to where, and it's true. It's like there's no it's your turn, my turn kind of fights. It's not like Chavez Jr.'s hitting me. I'm going to catch and counter. No, there's none of that. If you fight a good prospect, you're gonna get your ass kicked by a good prospect. I'm not even talking about a guy
you
with
see
a
the
good
picture
record.
that's going around, like the dude's throwing a bow and arrow jab with his heels touching.
It's
like the dude's the form is terrible.
It's fucking horrible, dude. Like he did one maybe good combo that I liked, which was a jab with an uppercut. But did you see how he threw that uppercut like a softball? Like it's coming from way down here, and where you can see it coming. If you're a good fighter, if you're not washed and retired and old and have a speech impediment like fucking Chavez Jr.,
I think Ryan Garcia should go over there and do that.
yeah, you're gonna catch that shit, and it just looks a little sloppy, and it doesn't look very coordinated. I'm sorry, it just like people are making a bigger.
Dude, ever since the Sebastian Civic fight, I've seen him, and it's like, dude, I've seen him all. He looks like he fights with 2 left feet.
Yeah, dude, it's not pleasing to watch. Like we watch boxing, all you guys know, you guys don't just watch big fights, you watch all the fights, and we don't see this shit with good prospects. We don't see this shit with guys with similar records that are active. You just don't see them fight like that.
At the same time, what I had to disagree with Jules on.
A real boxer, though. I mean, come on, he's not.
What I had to disagree with Jules on was
Country.
he was saying that Jake is improving, and I disagree. I haven't really seen much better from Jake since the.
He's Listen. He's putting his punches together better. That doesn't mean that he's gonna. None of that means that he's world class or even close to world class.
Don't get me wrong.
He fights like he trains in leg warmer. You know what I mean?
He's a maniac.
He's kicking his feet.
Yeah. He's a maniac
on the floor.
Yeah. He fights like he's leading. He fights like he's.
Guys, let's do it.
He fights like he's leading a spin class. He's like teaching a spin class.
He's like, "Come on, ladies, feel the burn."
No. Look, if you saw what the kid looked like when he's in there with a Nate Robinson and these people, right? And you take that one fight, and then you look at how he looked with Chavez. You could see that. No, he's working on putting his punches together.
So you're taking it from Nate. You're taking it from Nate. I said he hasn't improved since the Tommy Fury fight.
Yeah, he sucks. He lost to Tommy Fury.
Yeah, so Jules, my whole thing was what I was saying was that if he fights a guy that's young, his size, and around his age with a similar record, like similar fights in the bank, he's gonna lose. He's gonna fight a guy that's active. Like if you, I just said, Chris Billum Smith will beat him. Like if you got a guy that fights regularly twice a year, that has that similar record and that's his age, he's gonna lose, dude. He's gonna lose.
I agree. No, listen, Raisin Bread. I agree with everything you said, Don, but here's the problem. The fact of the matter is that blue chip prospects and kids that have a ceiling, right, in their 12th or 13th fight, they're not fighting other guys like themselves, and I cannot hold that against Jake. If the bona fide professionals, look at Floyd Schofield, this motherfucker fake dying so that he would not have to fight Stevenson. And he a whole contender. Yeah. He is a whole contender. He's not a prospect. This motherfucker put all the wires in the wall in his mouth and pretended to be asleep.
That's just funny,
okay,
bro.
How about this? Okay, I know a guy in my town. His name's Charlie Sheehy. He was a really, really good amateur fighter. I mean, decorated amateur fighter. Debuted at 135, had to go up to 140 because he just couldn't make the weight. He's just, he's a young guy. He was growing still. He's fighting guys still. Like I think he's got a 9th professional fight already or 8th professional fight. He's fighting guys that are around his age, but they're not the greatest guys. They have some losses on their records. A couple of them are around his, have a similar record, and maybe a draw in their record. And they're all coming up from like 6 rounders to now 8 rounders. And now,
what did you say his name was?
Charlie Sheehy.
Charlie Rose.
What name?
Country. He worked out at Fire in the Ring. So
yeah.
I love his movies. I love his mustache. Great.
That's my homeboy's gym, man.
Yeah. That's Jimmy Ford. That's Jimmy Ford's gym.
Yeah,
so Jimmy Ford even trained him too a little bit when he was a kid. So this guy's moving up pretty well, except that one of his fights was like a year ago. He got hit in the back of the head a lot by this dude, and he's kind of not been the same since. He's kind of a little camera shy now. He used to fight 3 times a year. Now I think he's going out and he fought 1 time last year, and I don't know when his next fight is, but he kind of slowed his roll a little bit.
Well, he probably took some damage.
He did. Yeah. He got hit in the back of the head, like blatantly, like got hit hard in the back of the head. And what I'm trying to say here is that even that guy is fighting guys that are around his age, like similar records, and they're both coming up out of the 6 rounders to the 8 rounders to the 10 rounders together in that circuit. So you got to have somebody pushing you to be better and to push you to your endurance to the 12th to the 10th round. Like the guy wasn't making it past the 6th round because he was knocking guys out. All of a sudden, it started getting tougher competition, and it's only his 9th fight. So when I see a guy like Jake Paul, I'm like,
like the antidote.
But that's not a you know why that's not a good example? Because there are more arguments in the opposite direction. Look at the circus acts that Deontay Wilder was fighting in his first 20 fights. Though. Look at this. Look at these guys.
I know it's
20
disgusting.
might be generous.
Dude, the amazing Deontay.
Oh,
seriously. He was a circus act.
Did he fight recently? Was there a fight for him?
Yeah, he had a fight with Tyrell Herndon on
How did it go?
Wichita.
On pay-per-view.
Terrible. I mean, he won, but it was just he's shot. It's over.
Yeah, he shot.
But
even the right hand.
Did he knock the guy out?
Not really.
If he wins the belt, if he wins the belt, is he pound for pound?
Is he pound?
More like clown for clown.
If he wins the belt.
Is he 8-weight champion like Manny Pacquiao? Nah, come on, come on. The shit is that there's a stronger argument in the opposite direction based on all the pitfalls in boxing that you can't all of a sudden have a standard when you look at a social media influencer. Like, no, this is pretty fucking bad. Look at Rollo. We can't get mad at Jake when you got Rollo on the cusp of being a 2-weight world champion. Clearly, there are no standards, bro. So if he's fighting a former champion in his 13th professional fight, and even if that champion is Chavez, you know what? That's not that different from what we normally see. It's actually not.
Don, wasn't Charlie
But
Sheen
like
an
Big
alternate?
Rolo though, but like Big Rolo, do you think Jake gets bitches like that too?
I think Jake gets a lot of bitches. I do. I think he gets a lot of bitches. You don't gotta
He's
say
in
he's
Puerto
Jake
Rico.
Paul. Come on. They're fast out there. They're fast as fuck. Run fast to the dick.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Crawford.
And Crawford. And yeah, man, like Jake is not the bane of boxing is the only point that I was making. That even if Jake weren't boxing, the exact same problems would be there. The exact same. So let's not make him the scapegoat of everything that's wrong with the sport. Maybe he's a byproduct, a symptom of a problem, but he's not the problem.
No, I'm not saying. I wouldn't say he's the problem of boxing. Like, I don't consider him a problem in the sport. There are negatives and positives, and one of the positives is that he had a good undercard. We wouldn't have seen the fucking what's his name cross-eyed.
Spit it out!
Speech impediment.
Get the fuck out!
we wouldn't have seen cross-eyed speech impediment get knocked out. But I enjoyed it. It was good.
No, that's not. See, that's not fair.
So no,
bro.
what are
Like,
the bad?
Farmers
What are the
barely
bads?
eat
You said
straight,
there's
bro.
the good and
That's
but you said there's good and bad. What's the fucking bad?
The bad part is that we're like Crawford hit the nail on the head. Like this is a guy that's walking around now that can say he beat Mike Tyson. Like that's shitty. That just looks.
No. Wait a minute. But see, here's the thing. Mike is not a victim. He made $20 million.
I know that, but it was from
boxing is the victim.
It was from circumstance.
No,
the guy wanted the money, dude.
Bro, these are willing. I don't do this for these guys.
I don't know.
They're
dude.
willing. They're willing participants in the circus.
Of course.
No, I agree.
You're being too idealistic, man.
I don't blame.
Tyson has no shame at this point.
Fuck me. I don't blame the performers. I blame the circus. I blame the fact that
there's always gonna be a fucking circus.
Listen,
what the fuck?
no, there's not. Listen, no, there's not. There was a time before Jake Paul, genius. So no, there's not always going to be a circus.
And there was a fucking circus.
When look, if boxing is on its shit, if boxing is really at its peak, then shit like Jake Paul wouldn't be relevant.
Listen to me. You got a bitch. She's fat. She's got a Tom Selleck mustache. She offers you a fucking blowjob behind the bleachers. It's not her fault for offering it to you. It's your fault if you fucking take it. It's the same with this. They're whoring themselves to him. It's not the other way around.
They are.
They're whoring themselves
but
to
it doesn't
him.
mean it's not a sad scenario.
No, it's not that it's crime.
Boxing was shitty.
Sacrilegious bullshit, bro. What was Ioka versus Ali then? A fucking circus.
Yeah.
Of course it was a circus.
Then why are you bitching?
I'm not bitching.
Listen,
the thing is, you're the one. Listen, you're the one getting upset here.
I'm highly entertained.
You're clearly the one getting upset. I'm just.
No, I'm not upset.
Wait a minute, Drew. Weren't you the one that was getting teary-eyed when fucking Chavez was about to fight in 2025?
Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Don, wait, everybody chill. This is the point I'm making. Boxing was in a sad state. Before Jake even got here, boxing was in a sad state. When you consider that they tried to tell me and you that Rolly was a top contender, gave him a WBA Reggie title, when he was at 35.
Yeah.
This boxing is doing this. It's not Jake. It's boxing doing this.
Listen, it's just. I'm just saying. There's positives and negatives.
There is no negative. There is no negatives. Guys are getting paid that wouldn't have gotten paid. He's bringing He's the first to bring Netflix to fucking boxing. So where is the negative? I'm trying to find.
It doesn't. For me, it doesn't improve the overall quality of boxing. Actually,
well, nobody. You're gonna watch it regardless. All of us.
No, I didn't watch it. It was dog shit. I don't watch it.
You're not.
I think dummies watch it.
No, Julio, you're jumping to conclusions. You're gonna watch
fucking
boxing.
guys acting like we got fucking nuclear launch codes. Everybody, calm down. It's Jake Paul.
That's why. This is why.
I feel like I'm in the fucking bunker and we're arguing with the Russians.
That's what I said. That's what I wanted to say earlier. Is what's bad is that
UN Security Council meeting.
You see
what? That's the only bad thing.
You know what it is, Jules? They're mad that a Capricorn's getting money and fucking over the system. They're mad.
No. My thing is this. That these esteemed quote unquote professionals are opportunists, just like Jake. And there's a glaring example right in front of us. Here you have a whole world champion in Mario Barrios, who could be fighting Brian Norman, who could have been fighting Jaron Ennis, or a Montestanionis, his PBC stablemate. Who does he end up fighting? A 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao removed from the sport for 4 years. That's worse than Jake Paul fighting Chavez.
No,
that's worse.
I agree. I agree.
I'm not trying to compare apples with oranges here because that is far worse. These are active guys. These are professionals. This guy has a fucking belt. I mean, that's horrible.
It's still bad though. You gotta say it both ways.
Everybody put their dicks away and let country talk. Jesus Christ.
Thank you. One thing that can't be denied is what Jake Paul has done for women's boxing.
No,
yes,
that's what I was saying.
That's a great thing.
I was saying,
what did he do?
Look at Amanda Serrano's
career. What do you mean, what did he do?
What do you mean, what did he do?
They fought. Amanda and Katie fought before Jake Paul.
Boot him off the fucking panel for this. They
fought before.
Like that's it. Revoked.
Now you're just being obtuse.
Netflix
has Katie and Amanda headlining their own show on an even bigger platform for many times more money than when they initially met.
Katie and Amanda is great. But you said women's boxing. Women's boxing is more than Katie and Amanda. Women's boxing right now is in a decline.
Bro, women's boxing is Katie and Amanda.
Dude, women's boxing is in a decline.
But buddy, who's signing more women fighters right now than anybody
MVP
else?
is, but is what's the end result though? Are they producing stars like Amanda and Katie yet? It's still in effect. So how can you say? How can I'm not saying they won't. Hold on. I'm not saying they won't. I'm saying what you're saying they're changing women's boxing. Women's boxing is in the same place it's been in the last 5 years.
No, we're saying they're doing more for women's
Why is
boxing
you
right now.
hollering?
They literally said, whoever said it literally said
yelling. Where is real talk?
I'm right here. I'm wondering why bro hollering.
Yo, smoke a bowl, guys.
I don't know, and I don't know for the fact that
angry, bro.
Someone that wants to give us more fights seeing Yokasta Valle's ass is bad for boxing.
Listen, and look, and no one said that they were changing women's boxing.
I think it's all false flags and virtue signaling when it comes to the criticism that Jake gets. It's bullshit. There's a lot of things in boxing to be angry about, to be critical about, that Jake Paul should actually be pretty low on the totem pole of things that are wrong with boxing, because he's the symptom, not the problem.
And I think Julio's mic sounds like he's sending in airstrikes.
I am. I'm in southern Lebanon right now.
I know you guys spoke on this earlier, but I'm glad this is the only channel that said that's not giving Devin a fucking a hand job for fighting Norman, because you ain't got no options, bitch.
You don't got no options. What the
Dude,
fuck else?
Look at how
I'm not
much
gonna be
Jake
impressed
Paul
until
got everybody's panties in a bunch right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to be impressed with Haney until he's in that fight. Like, I got to see him in the ring. I got to see him exchange with this dude. I got to see him. If he runs,
is he cashing out, Don?
Bro, if he runs in this fight again, like he did with Jose Ramirez,
he will.
I'm gonna suspend all dick sucking until then, dude. That's it. No dick sucking until the moment he's.
No, this is you know what this is, Don. You know what this is? This is Turkey cashing him out. Like, I'm gonna get you the fuck out of here.
Well, there's this, but there's also this participation trophy thing, and you notice that it's more prevalent with Americans. That wait a minute. Why is Devin supposed to get all this credit for moving up in weight and fighting a champion, right? You're expected to do that. What the fuck else were you gonna do? You're expected to do that.
Yeah, if you were so-called fucking undisputed, this is the norm. This is what you should be fucking doing.
Yeah.
Especially what's the standard if you're gonna get a trophy for then what's the alternative?
For signing a fight. They're already sucking his dick for signing a fight. What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, like what does the new age do when he goes to new
Ridiculous.
divisions?
And this is thank you, because this is I'm alluding to that the Americans always try to act like this. It's this amazing spectacle or this amazing thing when you're doing your fucking job. You know he's been doing that, and you guys have been tearing him down from the very beginning, tearing him down. Usyk has been doing that.
About Tank Davis would knock him out.
Exactly. Usyk has been doing that. Usyk has been doing that.
Bivol.
So
Bivol's been doing that.
It's just this unfair standard, and it's irritating because you're doing this for the worst of us. I'm sorry. Devin looked fucking horrible in his last fight. That was a disservice to boxing. If you showed people that fight that don't watch boxing, you know what they do? Not watch boxing. We don't need
so in other words,
his last
he's
two
getting a
fights,
Brian
he's looked like
Overpass
shit.
punishment.
No, his last two fights he's looked like shit.
We don't need so when he goes in there with a Brian Norman, you fucking better go in there with a Brian Norman. You fucking better for the money that you want, especially. You too good to fight Sandor Martin, right?
And I got caught mid gooning session last night when BDA goes live at like 5:30 in the morning, right? And there's this
all the way till 5:30.
Dude, why is that guy so early in the morning?
Bro. And
Jesus.
There's this dude in the chat like mad defending Devin, bro. Like somebody was in the chat saying they saw me, bro. Like, yeah, I'm going at it with this dude because he's like, oh, well, Devin only fought like that one time. Like, name another time he fought like that. I'm like, bro, he's
that rare breed guy. Is that what you're talking about?
You said what?
That rare breed guy. He's that guy rare breed. He's always on that show, and he's always like, oh yeah, fucking Shakur's the next best thing, and. Fucking, he's a generational talent, and I'm like, dude, you're a fucking. What are you fucking talking about? Who's listening to you? It's like, what fight are you watching? What fight are you talking about? Have you seen this guy fight in the last 3 years? It's just, yeah. Some of those guys are.
Yeah, and then he was talking about how he dropped like screenshots in the Discord. I'm like, dude, this is what you do with your mornings, like.
And why the fuck is somebody having a fucking open chat at 5 a.m? What the fuck is that?
Bro, I think he said it was like 6:30 where he was at, but I'm like, bro, it's literally like
that's still
3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the morning in the rest of the America, dude.
Oh, where are they at?
He's like on the West Coast, bro. So it was like 6 in the
No,
morning.
I'm in the
for
West
him.
Coast. There's no way.
What is that? It was like 6 o'clock in the morning for him. So what's that?
If it's 6 o'clock in the morning for me, then it's like 9 o'clock for you if you're in the East Coast. Or like
okay,
8
no,
o'clock.
then he was on the East Coast, then
Read that last super chat.
because I'm in Central.
Oh, okay. No, West Coast is like
Julio Country Rant chat. Read that super chat.
Julio Ortega says same name, and we both Honduran, but Julio tripping.
I'm telling the truth. What's the big women fights right now?
No,
other
read the
than
one
Taylor
from
and
read the one from Don Juan Country.
Oh, hold on, let me get to it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Dom One says, Jules, how is the panel getting this upset over Jake Paul? Women's boxing is on the decline, ? This dude is smoking the same shit as Shields. Where is Polo?
That's fucking funny.
Well, there's
the Don. Shout out to the Don.
Shout out to the Don.
If you want an example of women's boxing dying, there's your example. Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa Shields. I mean, Clarissa Shields is one of the notable names in women's boxing. How's women's boxing not in it?
You just don't like
You guys, she's one of the most accomplished fighters in women's boxing, right? And she's reviled by the public.
Think about what
the worst one.
Think about what you're saying. How could women's boxing be in decline when a bigger platform than ESPN, a bigger platform than DAZN, the biggest platform, one of the biggest platforms on the planet, just picked up an all women's show? What about that says decline?
I mean, business is open even in a recession. That's not I don't think one fight is a metric for the overall health.
You're filibustering now. You're filibustering now.
I think
that's not what filibustering means. No, I'm not. I'm just looking at the overall picture. I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at the big picture.
Because you're talking about a fight. You're talking about a fight that on the premise, Netflix saw the amount of viewership that their second fight got, and they decided to invest. That does not sound like decline.
Okay, like I said, what are the other big women's fights right now, other than Taylor Serrano?
Whoever holds picks next.
You should do a morning.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that women's boxing isn't viable long term, but right now, the two biggest fighters are about to retire in their trilogy fight.
I wouldn't. I don't think they're going to retire.
The plane needs to refuel.
I don't think they're going to retire after that. But you're asking for too much too soon. You're not giving me signs of this recession that you're talking about. I gave you signs of why there's not a recession. Give me a sign that there's a recession. Because
okay, what are the five female fighters right now? Prospects that are you really like watching?
I mean, I could name a couple of
that are exciting that the panel's watching too.
I could name a couple of prospects, but that's not a sign of a recession.
No, I'm saying that's if there isn't a recession, then we'd have a lot of exciting young prospects right now getting shined, getting promoted,
can you acknowledge
that
there's parties investing in the infrastructure to build women's boxing more than in any other period? That's what we're fucking talking about.
Of course, but that's also a big picture. That's a big picture view.
At this point, almost every major promotional outfit has female fighters. Top Rank just signed another girl. I didn't even think they were going to sign anymore. They just signed a Mexican girl. These are not signs of a recession.
This is very recent, though. You just said it. They just signed her. They just signed her. This is recent. I'm just looking big picture.
But how is that indicative of a recession if they just signed her?
Because they're not there yet. She's not the finished product yet. It's a boom and bust period. The two biggest stars are about to retire. How many more fights? How many more fights? Hold on. How many more fights does Serrano have? How many fights does Amanda have left?
I'm gonna make a little note. I'm gonna put it in my pocket, and we'll save it for later. Thank you.
Okay. Because in a recession, people penny pinch, not reinvest capital.
Okay, who's spending money on women's boxing other than Netflix? Who else?
And the weirdest thing is you say this, and there was already an all women's card earlier this year.
Yes.
Now there's another all women's card coming up over the summer. No, I would say they're on the up and up because before promoters wouldn't even dare to do that. They wouldn't dare put an all women's show.
I got a question for Julio. Can you name a time that women's boxing has ever been better?
I think a couple years ago when Serrano, the 3 years between Taylor Serrano happening for the first time in New York, the lead up to that, and the 2 years after that is probably peak.
Let's pick 1 year, 2022.
I disagree because
no, so I would say from like 2016 to like 2023.
I disagree with that vehemently.
I just asked AI.
Wait a minute. This is not something. This is not something that's ethereal. You can measure this. That more people around the world saw Taylor Serrano 2 than the first one. So now you're just being obtuse.
Yes, of course, but we're using one fight as a metric to define the whole category of boxing.
Bro, you just used that same fight for 3 years ago, but you get mad at me.
I'm using it as I'm using it. Listen, I'm using it as a reference point. Hold on. I'm using it as a reference point because that's when the fight first got made. That's when it was at its peak.
Bro,
the whole trilogy.
It only takes one fight.
So when Kevin Farmer got knocked down, did his other eye cross, or did his both eyes like end up in the same parallel? Like, did they end up like the same?
No, they did the pinball tilt thing.
No, he knocked his ass out like Craig did.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Okay, so real quick, ChatGPT said this: the global boxing market was 8.2 billion in 2024, projected to grow 4.8% annually. And women's boxing is a part of that, with breaking record metrics and prosperous growth. Where is the fucking recession, Julio?
That doesn't mean anything.
No.
Companies have record profits during recession.
I got a better one.
That's not a metric.
No. I got a better one.
You ain't putting something in the ChatGPT.
No,
I used ChatGPT earlier to make a banana bread.
Dude, you gotta ask why.
It has sources. So do me a favor. Fuck your anecdote and give me some.
It's not my anecdote. I'm just using the recent history of women's boxing.
Give me some empirical data.
Yeah, okay. Name 5 fighters.
Okay.
Women's boxing. Name 5 women's fighters you're really excited about right now.
I said give me empirical data.
It is empirical. You can't name 5 female fighters you're excited to watch.
I put numbers.
Okay. Name 5 female fighters you're excited to watch.
I put numbers. Give me some numbers. Empirical data.
I'm asking you for the data.
No, I asked
Name 5. Who are the 5 fighters selling tickets?
I presented
making views. No, I'm asking you to present the numbers. Who are the fighters other than Taylor Serrano moving the needle for women's boxing currently in 2025?
It doesn't matter when the metrics.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
How? If women's boxing is good, why can't you name other women's boxers?
Holly Holm just came back.
Okay, she's coming back. She's a previous face. Who are the new people? Who are the up and up?
Face. She's not a known face for the new market. No.
What do you mean? She's been an MMA star for the That was the whole narrative of her coming back. Is that she was coming back from MMA?
Why would she not be coming back if it's not better?
You gotta chill out.
Thank you. Who just said that?
This has been This has been a very just mellow fucking chat. It's always mellow chat.
I'm trying to talk over people.
I'm just
It's
like what the fuck, man.
It's because I'm trying to talk over people. I'm sorry.
But just chill out, dude. Come on, you don't have to yell at
everybody. No, I'm gonna get even more. I'm gonna drink a monster.
And you're getting all worked up.
We talk over each other all the time. So we have to
There's other things to be worried about.
Man, you're gonna have high blood pressure, dude. Smoke a
Take it easy on the monsters, bro.
No, I'm gonna drink 3 more.
Let's chill out a little bit.
You can argue your opinion.
Take some ashwagandha.
He said I would drink 3 more.
Ashwagandha.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the can it says like 1 per 24 hours or some shit.
No, dude.
Hold up, bro. You got the BFCs or you got the Reggies?
I used to drink 2 of them fuckers and I'd be like jittery as fucking class.
Dude. I went through an amp phase. Remember amps? Y'all remember amps?
Watch how many motherfucking young girls go to start boxing once Sydney Sweeney wins the Oscar for that Christy Martin movie.
I went through a bang phase. You know the bang.
For sure. No, that's gonna be a big
bro. I still fucking
cultural moment.
No, see, I used to work for a moving company, and those bangs used to hit so fucking hard, bro. I would go the whole day and not piss.
Bro, bangs are like I can't finish one, bro. Like I pour them out before I get like
No, smash them
I gotta pour it out.
bitches.
I watched this
I used to
fucking
fucking
clip
love
with
those
this
things.
doctor and shit, and he was talking about energy drinks. And basically he laid them all out, man. I'll give you all the short version. This motherfucker said, you know, he's like, clearly, let me tell y'all right off rip, basically, like, don't drink them at all. You shouldn't drink them at all. He's like,
Bro, that does
huh?
that energy drinks does the fucking Boston crab of your kidneys, bro.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like,
All
please
right,
don't drink them at all. He goes, but if you're gonna drink any of them, the safest one to drink is Bang Energy. And then he went
Hey,
down
I'm
and
gonna
broke it down
read
on
the
the
super
doctor
chat
style.
real quick, man. Don Juan says women's boxing is big in the UK and south of the border. Julio's point of view of women's boxing is your typical casual boxing fan. Stop yelling. Julio, do you need a hug? Michael can help you with that.
Damn.
Don
Who's
Juan.
that?
Don Juan.
What say you, Julio?
He probably jumped off the panel.
Yeah,
All
he'd be
right.
all right.
All right,
Yeah,
hang on a
race
second
buddy.
now. I need to change the topic because I just saw this on Twitter from Re Magazine and it's pissing me off. Edgar Berlanga has some serious speed, and it's just him.
Oh, yeah, I
dancing
saw
in the
that
fucking
one.
ring.
Oh yeah, you saw it.
Oh my!
And
I
then
was
They're
promoting the fight, bro.
the shadow partner one.
They're promoting the fight, bro. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're
Jules,
trying
I
to
got a
sell the fight.
question. I got a question, Jules. If women's boxing was on a recession, why would the biggest Hollywood starlet with the greatest rack be fucking playing a biopic where they're already saying Oscar worthy?
Right. And that's the second biopic in the last 12 months, isn't it? Because Clarissa got a biopic, and now Sydney Sweeney's playing Christy Martin in a biopic.
Well,
yeah,
to
Julio.
be fair,
I mean, I think I think that'll genuinely interest
I think that
women
Clarissa
in
Shields
boxing.
biopic would be like indicative of a recession, but
Yeah, but no, to your point, I actually do think that will penetrate culture. I think young girls really identify with Sydney Sweeney.
penetrate.
And getting penetrated is good. Come on, Julio.
I mean, Tom Brady's gonna try. to
No,
penetrate.
but no pun intended. But seriously, I think
And
people
you know
are,
what's
like, young
great about
girls are
this
like,
movie? You know what's
y'all
great?
niggas immature as fuck.
Fellas, you know what's great? Christy Martin loved women, so we're gonna see Sydney Sweeney with another chick.
Fuck yeah, dog. I'm gonna be fucking
Think
jerking
about
off
that.
in the
Think about
theater.
that, yo. She's gonna have her female love interest.
yeah, Christy Martin is really hot.
Y'all wildin', bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
In 2025, yeah, legit.
Hey, hold up. Let me ask y'all this. What if Sydney Sweeney come out looking like Charlize Theron from The Monster?
No, I saw what she's gonna look like. She still
looks
hot.
good.
I saw what she's gonna look like in the role. She's still gonna
I don't
look hot.
know. Really? She doesn't look like Christy
she's
Martin.
just
Enough.
little heavier with a brown wig, but still Sydney Sweeney.
A little heavier with a wig.
That's what.
Okay,
That's still.
what if they keep her at that? That's
I love me a big bitch.
Come on. You know what's under. Come on, you know what's under the hood, Alex. Come on.
If she ain't 280, she ain't a lady.
Another kid?
Oh, dude, you'd love how Christy Martin looks these days.
Who the fuck is loading a 50 cal? What the fuck was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my OTF knife. I just got it. It's great.
Fucking shit.
What?
Yeah, you need to sound like some kind of weapon.
I just got an OTF. It's fucking awesome.
What's
That was me loading a shotgun after ChatGPT said I was wrong.
No, it's a knife. It's a retractable knife.
I was gonna say, what the fuck's an OTF, bro? Like, I'm a
Out the
firearms
front. It just pops out when you press a button. It
One
pops
tough
out
fucker.
automatically. It's like a
You don't know what OTF means, Alex? Out to fuck.
You know what I mean?
You know, I'm
Hey,
OTF.
right?
I'm OTF. I'm out to fuck.
I'm
You know what I'm saying?
OTF. Yeah.
Is
That's
it like
Yeah,
a
man, it's real
switchblade?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. They're fucking awesome.
I mean, it sounded like you were loading a Taurus G2C. I was like, damn,
No,
ain't
well,
nobody
this
in
thing
shit.
is fucking heavy, dude. This thing's awesome.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a dagger blade. It's really cool.
You gotta kill some people, man. You gotta do what you
it.
gotta do. You gotta do it. And
No,
yeah,
like,
man.
2 months ago, a guy got trapped in his car and it was on fire. He was coming down the street by where I work, and he ran into this pole, this PG&E pole, flipped the car around, and I was trying to get him out of the car. First there was electrical wire all over the place, and somebody said, "Don't touch the car." And then the guy next to me tried to touch it, and we just tried to open the door, and it was like, well, it's not live, but the guy wasn't responding, and his back window was all smashed out, and I couldn't reach him, and I was yelling at the guy, and he was just slumped over. So
and then you had a tightrope walk over a volcano.
Bro, there was so much going on in that
car was
story,
on
bro.
fire.
Hold on,
We were
bro.
trying to
Wait,
get homeboy out. So
And there was shark-infested water.
yeah, well, first of all, not
Laser
only that,
beams
but there were
on
also
the
Nazis
barracudas,
shooting
but
at us
still.
and samurais on the other side with swords coming at us. So after that, there were sharks with laser beams on their heads too.
Hey, did anybody see that? Did anybody see the clip of like Dave Portnoy getting slapped with the pizza in his face?
Oh God,
Yeah,
I
what was
enjoyed
that?
That shit was hilarious.
You know what the shit is that he set himself up for that because unless he set himself up for that in the sense that look, if you're gonna be a pizza review guy, you have to understand that you're basically just gonna have a bunch of enemies. Basically, like you're a food critic.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Unless you're gonna say nice things about all of them, unless you're gonna.
Didn't you see the guy with the tight shirt? He was telling me, "Hey, Dave, I don't care what you do. Just get the fuck away from my business." All right, shut the fuck up, fatso. That shirt is 6
And then
too
the
small.
Mexican dude in the video that Drew's talking about, he's throwing shit at him. It's like you
He
can't be
slapped him in the face with a slice.
bro.
You're lying.
Appropriately.
I gotta see that.
It's very apropos.
Hey, but
Was the-
Jules, you could
was
tell
the
Dave
slice
didn't
hot?
go. He didn't go to no pizza joints in the fucking hood in New York. Because
Of course not. He's not going to do that. But the other thing is, why would you even bother to raid a pizza joint in the hood anyway? It's more that between between people becoming more open to being anti-Semitic openly and you just being a prick, yeah, you set yourself up, bro. This was never going to work out for you, dog.
Hey, plus,
Yeah, I like the
that's
same
like
review
that
Dollar
one
Slices.
creator, hold up.
That's like
If you're
that
a
one
content
dude.
creator and you go places and rate food.
that Austrian painter smiling
I mean,
right
he's
now.
not really a content creator. He's the guy who made Barstool Sports. Is the guy he's
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
Well,
he's
he's now a
beyond
content
content creator.
creator,
He's
though.
a regular staple. What I'm saying is this though: if that's what you do for a living, fam, in food tasting is one of the big things you do. Man, ain't nobody going to a place you went to in the fucking hood and like, yeah, that's a nice one. Wait for the next one. Like, ain't nobody.
Ain't nobody gonna do that. Like,
You ain't going there unless you from there, bro.
But the shit is, if you saw most of the pizza places that he rated, he gave most of them bad reviews, which is why I felt, yeah, you setting yourself up, bro. So you gonna go to a place and people are gonna be annoyed just because you're there, because odds are you're gonna say something negative that's gonna impact their business. And we all know the restaurant business, that shit, like, dude, you already stand a high chance of fucking failing and going under. So this was never going to work out for Dave Portnoy.
Well, hold on. I've seen a lot of his videos, and they pop up, and they're like, he gives reviews, good reviews. A lot of them.
I've seen, I don't know, but maybe your algorithm is different than mine, because most of the places he went to that I saw, he gave them bad reviews. It's like, yeah,
No way.
Yeah, don't like.
I
most
mostly
of the
seen
places.
positive reviews. Yeah.
I've seen you know what? Listen, Jules, I've seen so many good positive reviews that I'm convinced that I have to move to. I'm convinced I have to move to New Haven, Connecticut now because of all the good pizzas there.
Shit. Well, look, guys, I'm fucking tired. My elbows hurt. My tendons hurt. So I'm gonna go ice them. And you guys stay safe. And Julio,
go take.
he's gonna go
Jules,
grab some fucking
ass. Go take some adamantium pills.
Hey, before you do that, upload the relay, nigga. I know you got one in the chamber.
No, I don't. I'm gonna go ice my elbows now. I'm fucking in a lot of fucking pain. Everybody have a good night.
Later.
Devin Haney, I knew it.